process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on, Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Look at that hole open up. Oh, Ziska's going to cut free. He's over the 30. Gets the puck. Here comes Freak. He fires. He scores. Same play. Conklin with the slam on his hand.
Christmas is coming early inside of the Magic City tonight. Why is that? Well, the rivalry that is Bismarck High, Minot High, and North Dakota High School basketball is on the center stage here at Magic City Campus's gymnasium. Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome into the Magic City Campus gym in a snowy Minot, North Dakota. That's winter weather. I was told it's like hockey season coming in here today. There's no doubt about that. Right before the Christmas break, we're going to see some flurries in tonight's coverage because we've got Minot High, Bismarck High, the #1 ranked girls team of the state of North Dakota, taking on Bismarck High, and it's a rematch. Last year's state semifinals, and you look at this showdown here today, this will be a good one between the girls on the court, between Bismarck and Minot. Then the boys will rumble, and that's one that has more history and tradition than any other in the state. The two winningest programs are going to go toe-to-toe tonight in boys high school hoops. Welcome into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. 15 minutes or less. I just stay in my car. I check my email, maybe eat my lunch. It's fantastic. Valvoline Instant Oil Change brings you the pregame here this evening. I'm Nick Holberg, joined by former Minot basketball standout, Mr. Tony Mueller, on the call tonight. Tony, first things first. The streets in the Magic City getting here tonight wasn't exactly easy, was it? That's certainly a storm brewing outside, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. I was actually surprised that Bismarck made the trip up. It got a little hairy out there earlier, but I pushed a few people out of the side streets on my way here, so I think karma's going to be on our side tonight. But yeah, I don't know what we'd do living in North Dakota if we didn't have these Friday night basketball games to get us through winter days like today.
Yeah, you'd be curled up by the fireplace watching a Hallmark movie, and this is just a little bit better, I'd have to think, when you've got Minot and Bismarck. However, there's one key piece missing tonight for Minot High School, and that's Maggie Fricke. One of the all-time leading scorers at Minot High has gone back and forth with Lily Bell over the past couple seasons as one of the best players in the state. I talked to her before the ball game tonight. She said that ACL is officially torn and she's going to be under the knife and out for at least the remainder of this year. For Minot High, what does that mean for them when you lose somebody that's putting in just about 20 per game and has been a leader since her 7th grade year all the way now until her junior campaign where she goes down in game number 2 of the season?
Yeah, that's huge for Minot High. It's huge for any team, but Minot has the fortunate aspect of she missed some time at the end of last year. So these girls are a little bit used to it. You never want to see anybody go down, but it means opportunity for these other young girls on the team. And so far in a game and a half, almost 2 games, they've risen to that opportunity. Opportunity is a great word, and tonight there's an opportunity for Bismarck High to maybe shock the basketball community in girls class AA hoops. Why is that? Well, it's the Minot Majettes that are ranked #1 in the state of North Dakota, according to the media. Looking at the media poll right now, presented by Ackerman Esfold. Minot receiving 20 of the 21 first place votes. They're 4-0 on the season. Fargo Davies is for real. They're 3-0. They went up from the 3 spot to the 2 spot. Mandan went from 4 to 3. That's because Horace dropped down to the #2 spot. Dropped down from the #2 spot to the #4 position in the media poll. Bismarck Legacy at #5. Century Patriots, and guess who? The Williston Coyotes are receiving votes after taking their lumps in the past few years. Big ranked matchup tonight, no question about that, in girls basketball. And if you have an opportunity for Bismarck High to come in and try to slay a giant tonight, how much does the mindset change going against the #1 team in North Dakota? Well, I don't think the mindset changes no matter who you play. Minot, boys and girls, over the last however many years, you're making this trip up here, you're going to have to play your best basketball. You're going to have to shoot at a high percentage, and you're going to have to defend. Knowing that, Fricke's not going to be with the team anymore for the rest of the season, maybe that gives Bismarck a little bit more pep in their step. But yeah, when you're coming up to Minot and you're facing the #1 team in the state, you know that you got to have your A game, and we'll see if Bismarck has it. Taking a look at the state's top producers on the west side of North Dakota for point production. The young ladies that are dominating right now, and again, Maggie Fricke, unfortunately, out from Minot High. Here's the top 5 in the state of North Dakota. Alex Ostreim from Williston, 27.5 per game right now through the first 3. Not too bad for her. Lily Bell, who we'll see tonight. She's been recruited. She's been scouted. We've got people from all over the country watching Minot's Lily Bell. Why? Well, 24.7 points per game, the all-region.
All-state selection multiple times. She's dominating. Matea Messer from St. Mary's having a good year with 19.7 points per game. And Brooklyn Felkley right there as well with 19.7. Oh, by the way, Messer and Felkley warm up right now on the PSP Network. They go head-to-head tonight at St. Mary's. Chuck Claremont and Owen Patterson have the call of that showdown tonight on the PSP Network. There's your top producers and leading scorers in the state of North Dakota. On the west side, as we get ready and set for Bismarck High, Minot High tonight here at the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Hope you're buckled in and ready for what could be a good one here on the PSP Network. More the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show when we come back to the Magic City Campus Gym.
Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Minot High and Bismarck High in WDA girls hoops, followed by the boys tonight on the PSP Network. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Alongside of Tony Mueller, I'm Nick Holberg on the call for this WDA showdown here tonight. Tony taking a hop and a look into the standings. Well, let's start with the schedule. I hit the wrong button, but this will do either way. We've got a big night tonight on the PSP Network. Legacy at St. Mary's in boys and girls hoops. Nedrose at Surrey and an AB showdown for girls basketball tonight as well. Tomorrow, Garrison and Belvin, boys and girls basketball. And Jamestown and Minot High in hockey coming up tomorrow afternoon. Well, you see who's playing tonight on the PSP Network. That's a good segue into the standings that we take a look at right now. Standings brought to you by Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. You need an event space for a reunion, a party, a get-together, a conference, they've got it. They also have the best pizza in the world. That's Planet Pizza. They'll deliver tonight, 701-852-1700. Legacy at the top with Minot, Williston, Mandan in hot pursuit. Century at number 5. Bismarck currently sits at number 6, going 0-1 so far in the WDA schedule. Doesn't mean a whole lot just yet as we get brewing here in the early portion of the season. However, wins on a night like tonight really can play a factor down the stretch, trying to be one of those top teams inside the conference come tournament time. Well, it's time that we salute our country with our nation's national anthem here this evening. Let's go down to Andy Latch, the voice of Minot Magenta basketball. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. WDA Hoops tonight on the PSP Network from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Minot High, Bismarck High. Starting lineups taking place on the floor right now. Tony, in your mind, for Bismarck High coming in at 2-1 overall, 0-1 inside the WDA. They've got some players here that can get the job done on the floor. You look at their leaders right now. They're led by Caitlin Luther. She's got 11 points per game on average, 10 for Cambry Newmiller, 6.7 for Regan Newmiller, and 6.7 for Taylor Mayer. I mean, they've got some girls and some distribution to fill it up. However, for Minot High School on the other side, when you've got players like Lily Bell, who's at the top of the conference ladder with 27 points per game, or somebody like Karula More, who's averaging 12 per game. And then they've got that secondary scoring from Eve Knutson, who's got 8 threes on the season, 7.5 for her, and a pair of 6-point on average performances for Kinley, Barch, and DeShaw. Minot High supposed to win the ball game tonight. They're the favorite. They're ranked number 1 in the state for a reason. And when you go against a team that is ranked number 1 like that, is there one key in your mind for Bismarck tonight to be able to maybe dethrone the Giant here on their home floor?
Well, yeah, you just kind of explained it, Nick. I mean, Minot High, it's not just Lily Bell. They have a bunch of players that can fill up the score sheet. So you want to say, outside looking in, let's key on Lily. Let's try to limit her touches. Let's try to keep her away from the basket. But you risk getting all these other girls, all these girls that are capable of scoring and scoring in bunches. You just got to play sound team defense and be connected, and I think that's going to be anybody's game plan playing against Minot.
For Minot High, you know that you're going to get your opponent's best each and every time that you're on the floor with that #1 ranking, and how dynamite they have been. For the Jets, is there one key that stands off the paper for you in this matchup for the home team tonight?
Again, you know, you have that star player in Lily, but it's pretty easy to forget that you have all these other girls. I think you just got to play as a team, take whatever the defense gives you, and all these girls that play are capable of, like we said earlier, of scoring and scoring in bunches. So not try to force anything. You know that everybody's going to get their opportunity, and just stick with the game plan, and it's obviously been working over the last few years for Minot.
Well, our game plan is to take one more break on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. When we come back, we'll tip it off. It's the Demons and the Jets from the Magic City on a snowy night right before Christmas. Buckle up tight. Here we go.
Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
Time for our opening tap on the PSP Network here this evening. Opening tip brought to you by the UPS Store. UPS Store located on South Broadway in the Magic City for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS Store. Lily Bell will win the opening tap of the ball game, and we are officially underway for WDA Hoops on the PSP Network. March works it in, now away to Carew Lamore, crashing in, left-hand scoop to the lane. Carew, how do you do tonight? First 2 points of the ball game.
Super strong drive and a really nice finish with their left hand. Good start for Minot, not settling for anything and getting to the basket.
Handled by the Demons up top as they work it. Here with 17 on the shot clock. Down towards the baseline with the attempt there. That was Caitlin Luther. Ball goes out of play off of Minot High School, and it will be Demons possession here with 17:27 left in the first half. Class AA Hoops, of course, playing 2 halves of basketball instead of the 4 quarters that we'll see in the Class B ranks. Are you a fan of the 2 halves versus 4 quarters, or do you like the 4 quarters?
No, I like the 2 halves. Same as the college game. Continuity. I think the other divisions should adapt and get to the 2 halves as well. Just try to keep it a little bit more the same across the divisions.
Bell off to Knutson. Here's Eve Knutson with the basketball for Minot High School. Knutson on the drive, kicks it back here now to Aberle. She put up the shot. She was blocked in the lane. Nice job there from Fettig, and Fettig helps the Demons get it back across the timeline. Nice feed down and deep. Work back around the horn now. Demons handling here with Taylor Mayer. Back over to the far side, long 3. Newmiller off the mark. Rebound underneath the rack. That's Luther with it. She's going to be double teamed in deep. Somehow powers her way through and puts it up and in. We're tied at 2.
Really good job by Bismarck there, not giving up on the play. Offensive rebounds, creating second chances for a bucket.
The Jets have possession here. This is Barch with the basketball. Off to Lily Bell. Jump shot. Lily. That mid-range game for Lily Bell is something special. The young lady that averages 27 per night has her first 2 in tonight's contest.
Yeah, really good job not settling for the 3, taking what the defense gives you. And just a beautiful, you want to teach somebody how to shoot, you can watch tape of Lily in that shot right there.
Jordan Rood with it. Down underneath. Lily's got the block. She says no, and Lily Bell not only good offensively, but defensively. I know it sounds like a broken record talking about the All-Stater, but she really is deserving of praise on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, she's a presence down there. You gotta, if you're Bismarck, you gotta know where she's at all times.
Runner, left hand, up off the window. Caitlin Luther's got 2 more in the ball game.
Yeah, another nice strong take with the offhand. Right in the face of Lily. That takes really good concentration to finish that play.
Knutson got it off to Barch on the far side, and it's going to be a foul on the play. It's going to be charged on number 15, Camry Newmiller, her first personal. Second team foul. Newmiller, the 5'10 junior guard for the Demons. 4-4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Haberly puts the ball into play. Off to Barch. Worked inside. Post play for Lely. Back up top to Carew Lamore. Carew ends up on the ground with it. Will we have a jump basketball? We will. By the way, Aaron Casper, Brandon Miller, and Mike Holtz are in charge of this ball game tonight. The officials, that's a good crew on the floor here.
I think it's Weber, Brandon Weber. But yeah, that's you got Mike Holtz, the old Minot State basketball coach. That's about as much gravitas as you can ask for in a high school game.
Deep three on its way. That one's going off the back of the rim for Newmiller. Minot High's down with it. Haberly sends it over to the near side for Barch, and it's going to fly out of play. Demons get the ball back.
Yeah, Bismarck's showing a really good intensity on defense on both ends of the court. Having a little bit of a full court press there to kind of fluster Minot. Starting out here with the right attitude and intensity.
15:22 left here in the opening half. BNC National Bank scoreboard has us sitting at 4-4. Ball's going to be taken away off the far side and off the hands of Cambry Newmiller, the junior. It will be Bismarck basketball again as it was touched last by Minot High School. Newmiller worked it up top off to Newman. Back outside the arc. This is a three launch on its way. Bounced off the rim. The attempt for Mayer off the mark. Ball comes back away down to Barch. Make this Eve Knutson rather. Knutson traveling down, kicks it off. Barch, three lands. Swoosh!
Really, really heads up play by Knutson, leading the break, drawing the defense just enough, finding the open shooter for three. Really heads up play.
Demons with possession. First three-pointer of the ball game. Back up top, thinking about it. Jordan Rude now spins it back away on the far side. Jordan Rude's a player to watch as well. She averages 9 per night for Bismarck High School. Near the elbow, turnaround jump shot. Had too much on it there on the attempt from Newman. Minot's Barch has possession here. There's going to be a foul on the play, and it's going to be charged on Barch. Offensive is the call.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Kind of trying to protect the basketball. A little bit of an extension with that off arm. Got the offensive foul called.
Mayer skip pass inside. Ball's on the ground. Everett to Shaw comes away with it. Goes back to Barch here. And Barch will spin it off over to Rude. Ariana Rude from Minot High School. Back over to Eve Knutson. Minot High's in white. Bismarck High in maroon if you're just joining us. Back and forth early in this portion of the ball game. Starting things off tonight here at the Magic City campus gym. Knutson downtown. Just missed. Too strong. Nice rebound effort there from Newman.
Minot High's getting really good looks, really patient on offense. It was a good possession, even if it doesn't come away with a bucket.
Nice play inside. Grace Newman off the window and scores. Corner pocket off the mark. Comes back away now here to Shaw. Trying to send it inside to Barch. Taken away by the Demons. And we go back the other direction now for Regan Newmiller. Hail Mary pass underneath the rack, waiting for it there. Grace Newman's got her first field goal of tonight's ball game. Ball's tossed into Ariana Rude. There's a foul on the play. Demons have the lead at 8-7. Nice start and response from them early on in this ball game.
Yeah, they're getting their hands in the passing lanes, disrupting Minot's offense a little bit. Good defense leads to good offense most of the time, and you're seeing that to start this game for Bismarck.
Rude sends it into Barch. Double teamed over in the corner, comes back off of the Demons, but there's a foul on the play.
That's going to be the only thing they're going to have to keep under control. They already got 4 team fouls here in the first 5 minutes or so. You got to play hard defensively without fouling, especially so early in the ball game.
Tonight's game on the PSP Network brought to you by Minot State University, by the way. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. It's Minot State, where more than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. At Minot State, travel on the play. Bismarck High gets the ball back. Jason Schwartz, the Minot High head coach in year number 5. He's on his feet over here on the near sideline. Not a real concern for panic this early in the ball game, would you say?
No, this is still in that feeling out process. You don't want to ever panic too early. Stay with your game plan.
Scrubbing for the basketball over on the far side. It's going to be Minot High ball after it goes off of Regan Newmiller.
Yeah, Minot says, if Bismarck wants to play this type of defense, we're gonna try our own and forcing a turnover there.
Here's Vardy with the basketball. Got it off to DeShaw. She can fire from three land. DeShaw handling at the top of the key. Back to Barch with the basketball. Barch surveys. Oh, Barch got it in the face. It's going to be a foul on the play. That's going to be charged on Caitlin Luthler. No, it's actually going to be on 11 rather. That's Taya Fettig, her first personal.
First personal, 15 foul.
15 foul on Bismarck High School.
Yeah, you never want to see that far, 30 feet from the basket, but I understand it, and I like Bismarck's game plan. You got to pressure Minot into making some mistakes.
Ariana Rude kicks it off here. Back up top. It comes to Rude around the horn to Vardy. Vardy with possession. Over to Lily Bell. Downtown attempt. Lily off the mark. Ariana Rude pulls down the rebound for Minot High School. Rude on the drive. Now hits the brakes. Kicks it back up top for Vardy. Vardy back over to Carew Lamore. Three-pointer on its way. No good. Lily towers up. Gets the rebound. Spins it up. Trying to put it off the glass. Defensive coverage was there. Now the ball is going to be handled by the Demons as Minot High's got the press on. Minot High gets it back here with Carew Lamore. Carew gets it back across the timeline. Vardy on the near wing. Rude open, corner pocket, three ball, no good. Frantic pace now here as it's taken away by Lily Bell underneath. Bell's blocked on the play. Goes back into the paint, backs her way in, and Lily puts it off the window and scores. She's got 4 in the contest. And Minot High's got the lead back. 9-8 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Got ourselves a ball game. First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court.
Facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Tonight's game on the PSP Network, brought to you by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. 0% financing and free consultations online or in the office. Find out more at minotbraces.com. Tonight's game also brought to you by Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots, senior portraits. Mason Kramer brings you this coverage on the PSP Network. We can't thank Mason Kramer Photography enough for being a proud supporter of our mission of promoting local athletes on the PSP Network. Well, the timeout from Bill Shetler. First International Bank and Trust timeout. What do you think the big message was there, Tony?
I think if you're the coach for Bismarck, you got to like where you're at. You got to like your team's intensity. Again, got to limit the fouls, but like you said earlier, it's kind of been a frantic pace, and right now it's working out for Bismarck.
Handled here by Aberle. Kicked it back off now. Vardy with possession. Vardy crossed it over. Kicked it back up top to Ariana Rude. Vardy surveys. Vardy ran into trouble. She traveled with the basketball. Bismarck High gets it back. Well, when you think about high school hoops in the WDA, Minot High, Bismarck High are usually in that conversation. Certainly have been in the last few years. Bismarck High played for a region championship and a state championship crown last year. They played Fargo Davies after they upended Minot High in the semifinals. Program that's certainly been on the climb under the direction of Bill Shetler, who's now in year number 11 as the head man for the Demons. And of course, Minot High with the power that they've been inside of North Dakota high school hoops for the past few seasons. State championship 2 years removed, and they've been the favorite, it seems, every year since. They're the favorite again this year. There's a foul on the play.
I don't even remember Minot not being the favorite. It seems like it's been longer than it has. But yeah, I mean, you talk about basketball in North Dakota, Bismarck and Minot, it's definitely an odd year if one of them isn't in the conversation for boys and the girls.
Aberly tosses it into Barnes. She's got it here. Down to 10:29 to play in the first half. Lily Bell inside the paint, drops it in. Lily's got 6.
Strong take. I think that was probably even a triple team there. The defense collapsed on her. It did not matter. Strong finish for Lily.
Size the advantage for Lily, but she's got so much grace, maybe finesse would be the word for her inside the lane.
All of it. Skill, athleticism. Yeah, she's definitely not just a big body, that is for sure.
Into Newmiller. Regan Newmiller, step back, deep 3 off the front of the rim. Lily pulls it down. Minot High brings it back across with Barch.
Yeah, Minot, Minot seems to kind of figured out the little press break here a little bit better in the last few possessions.
Lily's got it up top. She surveys, kicks it off to Carew Lamore. Here's Carew. Little stutter step move. Now Carew looks for the outlet, finds Lily. This is way downtown. Bingo for Lily Bell.
This is an NBA 3 right there, Nick. Couple possessions in a row. Minot scored. Bismarck needs a bucket here.
14-8. Minot High's got the lead. They're on the run right now. It was 8-7 Bismarck High. Minot High up to 14-8 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Demons with possession. In the lane for Mayer. Skips it down. Nice give and go play there for Luther, and she's going to be fouled on the play.
That's a really good pass and even a better cut off the ball on the weak side. Saw the lane. Really good execution there. See if she can knock these free throws down.
First one on its way, just off the mark.
That's really what you got to keep doing if you're Bismarck. Minot's pressuring the ball, pressuring the wings. You got to see if you can get those backdoor lanes to open up. Use their pressure against them.
Second one does drop in for Caitlin Luther. 14-9 now on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Eve Knudsen with the basketball, works it back into the hands here for Barch. Barch brings it back into the hands of Aberly. Starting 5 back out for Minot High School. Barch went to the rack. She had the ball stripped from her. We go back the other direction now as the Demons have possession here with Taylor Mayer. On the drive to the elbow, hitting the brakes and dishing back to Newmiller. Bismarck High possesses the basketball with 8:40 to play in the first half. Step back, 2-pointer on its way, dropped in. That was a long 2 for Grace Newmiller.
Yeah, that's about
Newman, excuse me.
The longest 2 you could have. Just barely a toe on the line, but a heck of a shot, and a couple possessions in a row that Bismarck has scored.
Knudsen, far side, 3 attempt on its way, no good. Rebounded down by the Demons. Newman's got possession here. 3-point lead for Minot High that Bismarck High is trying to claw into. Worked around the horn up top. Izzy Dahl with the basketball. Deep 3. This one's your range, Tony. Just a bit off the mark and airballed here with under 8 to play in the first.
Yeah, I don't blame her. She had a little bit of space there. Just need to get her legs into it. But yeah, if Bismarck could come up here with another stop, stay in this ball game over halfway through the first half. I like the game plan so far.
Knudsen, clear lane, left side. Knudsen goes off the window and scores. That's her first points of the ball game.
Yeah, the reversal on the press break has really paid dividends for Minot so far. Under control, it's resulted in a bucket there.
Leads at 5 for Minot High School. Up top here for Rude. Rude surveys, dropped it back down low, goes off the feet there of Taylor Mayer. Will be Minot High ball with a 5-point lead and just about 7.5 to play in the first.
Yeah, that back door was open again. Just couldn't come up with the handle, but Bismarck's found something.
Up to midcourt, Aberly. This ball's going to be picked off by Jordan Rude, and Rude brings it back across the timeline. Deep 3 on its way. Too strong that time. The attempt was there from Cambry Newmiller comes back away to Minot High School. Barch handling top of the key. Off to DeShaw. Step back. Three's on its way. DeShaw too strong. Underneath, Haverly goes up, fights for the basketball, puts it off the glass and in for her first points of the contest.
Yeah, she just took that rebound away. It looked like it was going to Bismarck, and Miss Haverly had other ideas.
Demons around the horn with it, trailing by 7. Sent away here to Jordan Rude. She uncorks from downtown, gets her own rebound. Rude, back door. Finds it underneath, trying to get it into the hands of Fettig. Stripped away by Aberley, and here come the Magents again. #1 ranked team in the state of North Dakota, and they have been dynamite on the year. They're heating up now as Knutson drops it in from downtown. And a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. First International Bank and Trust, FIBT.com. We'll take a timeout on the floor. Minot High by 10.
Frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Tonight's ballgame on the PSP Network brought to you by our friends at Northern Plain Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. 21-11, Minot High's got a 10-point lead after the First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Deep three attempt on its way there, missing from Newmiller. Comes back down here to Barch, and Barch will go back over to Knutson. Bismarck showed out well so far in this ball game, but these are crucial points right here, I'd have to think, Tony.
Yeah, you down 10, 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Got to string some good, solid possessions together. And if Knutson's going to start shooting like that, it's going to be really tough. 2 in a row from downtown for Eve. Extends the lead to 13.
Knutson drains it from deep. Ball comes back away now for the Demons. This is a step back three, travels the violation. On the attempt there from Regan Newmiller.
You know, Nick, this game is really kind of evidence of how the game has changed. I think, 20 years ago when I was playing, half of these threes that are attempted would have gotten us benched. But, like I said, the game has changed and the range has changed. These girls are shooting from all over the court.
Well, Minot High is one of the top shooting three-point teams inside of North Dakota high school hoops. They have been for the past few years. You've got the guns that can uncork from back there. Part of that game plan, obviously, is trying to see if you can drain some money balls in the contest. And Minot High's kind of had their bread and butter on that in the last few seasons. They're going to have the run and gun game this time, however, as Barch handles here. Barch works it off to Rude. Inside, Lily Bell works it back away. Barch downtown. Example A right there, Tony. Swoosh.
That's a great look. Obviously, Lily draws all that attention underneath the basket. She could have easily probably put that ball up. She had it as low as you can get it. Instead, makes the unselfish play, finds an open shooter, and she's paid for with the assist.
5 threes for Minot High in the ball game. All of a sudden, their lead's big at 27-11. On the BNC National Bank scoreboard, taking another look at it. On the drive, Ryan.com replay. Lely kicks it over to Barch, and Barch just drains it from downtown. That's her 6 points of the ball game, both coming from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, again, just another really unselfish play by Minot.
Run and gun, leak out here for Carew Lamore. Carew puts it up off the window. Too strong. Rude's there for the rebound. Kicks it out to Shaw downtown. High arcing three. You betcha.
Yeah, the wheels are coming off here a little bit for Bismarck. Kind of missing a few opportunities, a few loose balls going Minot's way. And obviously they're knocking down the shots here in the second part of this second half, or this first half, excuse me.
Roller off the front of the rim, in for Regan Newmiller, her first field goal of the ball game. Now that was Luther, rather. I apologize. Travel the violation on Lily Bell.
Yeah, I don't know if they called that on Lily or they called it on Lamore. It was a travel by one of them, and I'm sure Bismarck's thrilled about that. They need as many stops as they can get here to end this first half.
They trail by 17 with 3:35 to play in the first half of hoops. Ball's going to come back away into the hands here of Izzy Dahl. Off to the elbow, into the hands now of Sorensen. Swings it over to Luther. Now Luther into the paint. She's blocked by Carew Lamore. Here come the Magents. Ball's going to be knocked away there with the hand. It's swept away. A nice defensive coverage from Taya Fennick.
Yeah, really good effort there, not giving up on the play. That looked like it was going to be a layup all the way, but really good hustle by number 11 there, Fedig.
Lily Bell puts it in now here to Carew Lamore. Back over to Rude. Carew in the corner. 3 attempt on its way. No good. Lily's there to clean up the rebound. Second opportunity. Now a third coming. Lily being hounded inside the paint. There's a foul on the play as Lily had her chances, but the Demons had the coverage. Aaron Casper says she was fouled on the last one.
She could have been fouled on the first one or the second one or the third one. That's one way to get your rebound totals up for the game. But really good job on not giving up on that play by Lily and sticking with it.
Lily Bell shooting 84% from the Serve Pro free throw line. She misses on the first. Serve Pro with 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians and advanced technology at Serve Pro. Well, Lily goes 0 for 2 from the stripe, something you don't see very often from the young lady that's an all-state selection. Deep three, Lily's got another rebound. Here's Bell, kicks it off to Barch. Spin move, Barch trying to put it up off the window. She's fouled on the play by Opal Sorensen.
Yeah, nice strong play. Not settling for the three there. Lily led the break. Another aspect of her game that kind of goes untalked about, her being able to handle and take the ball up the court when she's playing basically the 5 position.
Barch misses on her first trip to the stripe. Minot High has not made a free throw yet in the contest. 4th attempt on its way, rolling around. Bit of a lid on it right now for the Magents from the Serve Pro free throw line.
Yeah, they're lucky that they have this this lead there. You never want to see that many free throws missed, but yeah, it hasn't hurt him yet.
Lead still remains at 17 for Minot High School. Demons with the basketball. Round the horn they go. Jordan Rude downtown, drained it.
That's a big shot for Bismarck. They needed that. That was a nice play to get her open on the top of the key. Keeps them in this ball game a little bit.
Run and gun. Vardy off to Hammerly. She steps back. Rolled off the front of the rim. Demons down with the rebound. Jordan Rude has possession.
A big 2 minutes for Bismarck.
Long 3 attempt on its way. Heat check for Rude. Off the mark, and it will be Minot High basketball.
Yeah, I know she wants to have that one back. That was about as open as they've been. Sometimes there is such a thing as being too open, Nick.
Yeah, it's got to be. With somebody in your face, sometimes it seems like just the click, click, boom mentality maybe makes it a little bit easier. That's kind of what your message is on that, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes somebody's in your face, you know you got to put it up. You don't think about it. When you're too open sometimes, then your brain gets in the way, and I think that's probably what happened on that last one.
DeShaw, step back. No good. 94 seconds to play in the first half.
Yeah, 3 big stops in a row for Bismarck. See if they can capitalize here and get this game a little closer.
Step back, no good. Rebound, pulled down. Baseball pass sent down. It's going to be stripped away here into the hands of Newman. Worked away to the elbow. Now a runner in the paint. That one's just off the mark. Comes away now to Aberley. It's going to be almost stolen away again.
Yeah, she kind of got caught in no man's land there. I think she wanted to pass to her teammate, but she was caught herself in the air.
Barch off the front of the rim. 1 minute warning here in the opening half of basketball. Thanks for joining us tonight on the PSP Network. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit subscribe on YouTube and also follow us on all social media platforms. Our mission is to promote local athletes across our great state of North Dakota. That hitting of subscribe and follow and like really goes a long way and goes miles with helping us promote these athletes in our great state. Three-pointer up and no good there for Mayer. Comes back away now to the Magents. They've got possession here. They work up the floor with Carew Lamore. Carew back to Barch. Shot clock and game clock separated by just about 2 seconds. As Deshaw has it back up. Carew downtown. Just off the back of the rim. Comes back away now to the Demons. They've got possession here. Out with it came Newman. Tossed over to the near side for Taylor Mayer, and she tossed it on a play. Minot gets the ball back.
That's a turnover that you just can't have. You got 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Chance to come down and cut into this lead, and kind of an unforced one there.
Down to 4 seconds, now 3. Minot High's got to get a shot off. Carew crashes in, puts it up off the window. Just a bit strong. Well, we've played one half of basketball. 30-16 is the score. Minot High's got the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Magic Towing halftime report comes up next. We'll break down the first half action here on the PSP Network.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Magic Towing halftime report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. It's Magic Towing bringing you the halftime report of this showdown that sees Minot High on top of Bismarck 30-16 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Nick Colbert, Tony Mueller on the call here tonight. Tony, overall your thoughts on that first half of basketball?
Well, both teams kind of came out with the same kind of intensity, trying to get after it on the defensive end, trying to lead the defense into offense. Bismarck did a good job of not fouling, kind of got in a little bit of early foul trouble there and settled down. That end of that first half there for Bismarck, you can look at it two ways. I mean, they stayed in the game, but man, it could be in single digits right now if they would have capitalized on a few of those stops. I think they got at least 4, 5, 6 stops in a row there at the end of the half. Obviously, they're capable of doing it, just didn't convert offensively. But yeah, Minot got into what they wanted to get into, a little drive and dish, getting the three-point shot a little bit more open in the middle of that first half. And yeah, I mean, it's still within striking distance for Bismarck. They just gotta find some way to generate some high percentage shots on offense.
Scoring numbers from the first half of basketball look like this. Starting for the Bismarck Demons, they had 4 scorers in the books. They only hit 1 3-pointer. And they went 1 for 2 from the line in the first half. Leading the charge for the Demons was Caitlin Luther with 7, 4 for Grace Newman, 2 for Newmiller, and 3 for Jordan Rude. That's how the Demons get to their 16. Minot High gets to 30. They were led in scoring in the first half. Lily Bell had 9, 8 for Eve Knutson with a pair of 3-pointers and another field goal. 6 for Kinley Barge, both coming from behind the stripe. Everett Deshaw had a 3-pointer for 3, 2 for Aberley and 2 for Carew Lamore. In total for Minot High, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scorers in the books. They lit it up from three-land, Tony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-pointers in that first half of basketball. Their 1 weak point in that first half. They didn't make a shot from the Serve Pro free throw line, 0 for 4 from the stripe for the first half.
Yeah, making the harder, lower percentage shots. But I if I'm a betting man, I don't think the missed free throws is going to continue into the second half. Sometimes when you're feeling it from the outside, the inside's not going down, and vice versa. You never have your full game perfected in any time you play. But yeah, Minot High from the 3-point line, that's really been the difference in the first half.
Taking a look at the standings, brought to you by Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza will deliver tonight, 701-852-1700. It's Planet Pizza. I could go for one of those just plain cheese pizzas. We had one of those the other night. That was good stuff, wasn't it?
I mean, it was good. I made it for us, so I'm a little biased. But yeah, I should have brought you one here tonight. But again, the snow pushing people out, trying to be a model citizen. I wasn't on it. Sorry about that. Next time, Nick.
I wouldn't expect you to, and I probably only need Planet once a week is probably where.
No.
It's a couple times a week.
Couple times at
2
least.
3 times a week. Yeah, without a doubt. 701-852-1700. They will deliver tonight. Legacy and Minot the top of the ladder, along with Williston, the teams that are 4-0 inside of the WDA. Mandan's at 3-0 inside the conference. 3-1 for Century. 2-1 for Bismarck. Jamestown's at 2-2. St. Mary's at 2-2. Dickinson at 1-2. And Minot North winless on their campaign here in 24-25. And it's anybody's game right now. Conference play is really what matters inside the conference. Those overall records don't matter for anything other than just rankings as far as how the media has you. But as far as where you're scheduled to play in the WDA tournament or getting in. However, the more games you can win, the better is always the mentality, I'd have to assume.
Absolutely. These conference games are huge. It doesn't matter if it's before Christmas or the week before the WDA starts. You want to win these games. These games are important. And it's also, you know, before that Christmas break comes, you want to go into Christmas break, get a couple days off from the season. You never want to go in on a losing note. So there's all sorts of implications on these games. You want to, obviously, you learn a little bit more from the losses than you do from the wins. But yeah, anytime you're playing within the conference, it's a big game. You circle it on the schedule when the schedule comes out at the beginning of the year. Both teams want to win these conference games.
Second half will come up next here on the PSP Network. Minot High leads 30-16 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
14 points is the difference at the break. Time for our second half of basketball. Nick Holberg, Tony Mueller on the call here tonight for Magic City Campus's gymnasium. For Bismarck High, is there one thing that you could really key in on here in the second half if they want a chance to come out of here with a victory tonight?
They got to keep doing exactly what they've been doing on defense. Stay out of the foul trouble, but they got to figure something out offensively to generate some good looks. If they do that, they can stay in this ball game. These first 5 minutes are going to be big for Bismarck.
For Minot High, they've got the lead. They've had the advantage for the most part to the ball game. Anything need to change for them in the second half?
Yeah, make some free throws. That's about it. Their game plan's working inside out. And as we're seeing right now, Lely getting into the paint, collapsing that defense, creating an open shot.
Deep launch there from Barch, no good. Pulled away by Taya Fettig, and it will be Bismarck High basketball. Crowd starting to fill up just a bit more as we inch closer and closer to the end of this one and the start of the boys matchup tonight. Number 1 against number 5 in the state of North Dakota for boys basketball. Minot High is the number 1 ranked team. The Demons are ranked 5. Bismarck took one on the chin just the other night to Mandan, Hudson Sheldon and company. They dropped from the number 2 ranking down to number 5. There's going to be a mad Bismarck High Demon crew in here tonight playing with a little bit of a vengeance, I'd have to think, tonight, that boys game coming up next.
Yeah, obviously you don't want to drop games, but your attitude and your effort and your energy probably peak after losing a tough one like that the other night to Mandan.
Lily Bell down to the baseline. She's going to be fouled on the play. It's going to be charged on Jordan Rude. It's number 1 on Rude. First team foul here in the second half. Lily Bell to inbound the basketball. If you're just joining us, Minot High's in white, Bismarck High's in maroon. Oh, Bill Shetler here on the near sideline. He was animated. Call's going to be reversed here as Brandon Weber had the initial call, and then Mike Holtz came in and overrode that call.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a tee. Shetler was a little upset. He slammed the ball a couple times, but that was just Holtz coming in. I think he had a better angle, saw the ball was kind of double tipped there, gets Bismarck the ball back.
While the energy starting to rise inside of the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. It will get loud here for Rude now, and she drops it in from downtown. Second 3 in the ball game.
That's a big shot. Bismarck just what they needed. A couple stops on the defensive end.
Presses on for Bismarck High. Minot breaks it here with Barch. She goes off down to Lily Bell. If you missed the pregame tonight, we talked about Maggie Fricke. Unfortunately, lower body injury and a torn ACL for Maggie Fricke has her sidelined for the rest of her junior campaign. It's going to be a foul on the play as Barnes went up for the jump shot, and there with the coverage was Caitlin Luther.
That's tough. That's a really tough call. You see those go both ways all the time. She rose up and blocked that shot initially, but the follow through connected with the body and resulted in a couple free throws. And if you're the offense, you love that call, and if you're the defense, you're saying, hey, I blocked that shot first. That's one of those ones that goes either way. Basketball's a tough sport to officiate. I mean, you could basically call, by the letter of the law, you can call a foul on every single play. But yeah, that's a tough one if you're Bismarck.
Kinley Barnes goes 2 for 2 from the Serve Pro free throw line. And Minot High's got their first 2 makes from the charity stripe tonight. They extend the lead to 32-19. Who touched it last? It's going to go off the Demons. Off the fingertips of Cambry Newmiller, the junior guard, and it comes away down to Minot High with Lily Bell to inbound the basketball.
Yeah, really good defensive pressure from Bell, cutting off the drive and forcing that turnover.
Well, I see your son and mine just showed up at the ball game, the 3- and 4-year-olds. Do you think they've been to the concession stand yet?
They're going to be at the concession stand much longer than they're going to be watching any of these games.
Yeah, God bless your wife for bringing our kids to the game tonight. Knutson corner pocket, swoosh!
Really smooth looking jump shot. Is that her third 3 of the ball game, Nick? I think that's the third one for her. It's a confident looking stroke. Bismarck cannot lose her anymore.
That is number 3 in the ball game for Knutson, and coming into the week, she already had 8 in her campaign so far, and Knutson proving to be one of the best 3-point shooters in the WDA. When Minot High has the weapons like they had and so many perimeter shooters with the game of Lily Bell inside, that really is what makes them such a threat, as the double-headed monster with the inside-outside game.
Exactly. I mean, if you have to help on Bell, you have to, or else it's a bucket. But then you're leaving the 3-point shooters open, and Minot High is exploiting that right now.
Carew Lamore stops and pops and puts it up and in. Carew adds 2 to her resume, 4 in the ballgame.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's 18. Bismarck cut it down to 11, and Minot says we're gonna put this thing right back up.
Demons with possession. Tam Fettig with it, kicks it around the horn over here to Rude. She'll survey, goes back up top. Top of the key, this is a 3-pointer. Taylor Mayer drops it in for her first points of the ball game. Well, we've had some back and forth in this one, haven't we? Dropped in 3-pointers on both sides, and it's now 37-22. Minot High with a 15-point lead. First International Bank and Trust timeout has been called by the Demons.
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 seconds, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
Tonight's ball game on the PSP Network brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Prestwich Orthodontics with 0% financing and free consultations either online or in the office. Prestwich Orthodontics can be found at minotbraces.com. Tonight's game also brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Minot State University. With the basketball, this is Deshawn. Sends it inside, trying to get it into the hands of Aberle. There's going to be a foul charged on the play. It looks like Opal Sorensen's going to get rung up with the foul.
Another tough one for Bismarck there. It's kind of a bad entry pass. Put it up where the defender's hands were, and they just got a little tied up.
Ball's going to be intercepted here by the Demons. Newmiller's got it. Kicked it off now to Reagan Newmiller, wide open. Sorensen thought about the 3, just carries it across the ring, and now a long shot for 3, no good. Falls away into the hands of Deshaw. Aberle Had that pass picked off. Comes back away now to Bismarck High. Nice give and go up off the rack. That one was there for Regan Newmiller. Just couldn't convert. That would have been in the conversation for one of our plays of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough one. With Bismarck struggling to generate offense in the half court, you got to convert those layups.
First International Bank and Trust time out on the court this time for Jason Schwartz at Minot High School. First International Bank and Trust since 1910. Founded on the bond between the local community and the trust in that community. It's First International Bank and Trust. Find out more online, FIBT.com.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Well, the Demons certainly not out of it yet, trailing by 15 here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. But Minot High with an opportunity to start putting some nails into the coffin, if you will, with what they have as far as offense and production. But stops like that from the Demons are just what they need.
They're getting the stops. They just got to convert on this end of the court. And they'll be right back in this game.
3 attempt on its way. Swoosh! Big play from Taylor Mayer from downtown.
Yeah, it's 2 in a row for her. Those are big shots if you're Bismarck.
Vardy with it. Vardy surveys now. Traveled on the play. Bismarck High gets the ball back. Another look at that last 3-pointer on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Taylor Mayer with back-to-back threes, like you mentioned, Tony.
All it takes is one. You know, you see the first one go down, and there was a little less hesitation in that last one, and it showed.
Bismarck High just a year removed from being in the state title game against Fargo Davies, against Safransky and company. Nice give and go play inside, up off the window and in. Count it there for Taya Fettig.
Yeah, that back door was successful in the first half. Even when they didn't score it, that Minot High pressure, you got to be able to have that release valve and cut back door, and it's working for Bismarck.
Will we see another timeout coming here? We will. Jason Schwartz wants to talk things over. The lead is cut to 10. Starting to become a barn burner here at the Magic City Campus Gymnasium.
If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Out of the timeout. Minot High gets the basketball back. Nick Holberg, Tony Mueller on the call here on the PSP Network. Thanks for joining us tonight for high school hoops in the WDA. Back to the conversation about the Demons from last year and how good they really were. You had key players, though, in Paige Brewer, who was an all-stater, and Jersey Berg, who was one of the greats, of course. You lose 2 girls like that, they have to kind of find an identity when you miss 2 of your starting 5 that were such big pieces in that puzzle.
Yeah, every year, you know, when you lose girls that were as big of a part of the team as they were last year, especially early in the season, it's going to be a struggle to figure out your identity. Who are you? Who's going to take that next step? And they're finding out right now.
Into the lane, left-handed scoop, up and in. Count the bucket for Camry Newmiller. First points of the contest, according to my count. Now she takes the basketball away down at the baseline.
Really good patience on that last bucket, not forcing it.
Lily Bell's going to be charged with the foul. 2 shots coming. Fair to say that Bismarck High School is buzzing. It wasn't on Bell. Sorry, it was on Eve Knutson.
Yeah, it's a heck of a run. I don't have the stats in front of me, but yeah, cut this thing to 8 with the chance to get it to 6 here. If you're Bismarck, you are super happy with where you're at in this game right now, with all the bunnies they've missed and a couple turnovers that have kept this game out of their reach a little bit. But yeah, they're back in this game with 6 points with 11 minutes to go.
Caitlin Luther gets 2 at the stripe. 2 for 2 from the Serve Pro free throw line.
If I was a betting man, I'd say Lily's going to get a touch here underneath the basket.
Well, you called it. They go inside to her. They send it outside down to Rude downtown. Rude bangs for 3.
Do we have an and one, or do we have offensive?
Rude for 3.
Yeah, it's going to be on Lily fighting for position underneath when that shot goes in. Yeah, the basket will count. And then we're just going to pick up a off-ball foul on Bell after the shot counts.
Well, Lily Bell picks up number 3. I'm sorry, number 1 in the ball game. I apologize. Lily takes it away. She has Carew Lamore with her. Here's Carew, puts it up off the window and scores on the rush.
And just like that, Minot 5 quick points. Forcing some turnovers, good defense leading to easy buckets.
Well, the other thing, the electricity in the gym starting to come alive a bit more now as this game is inched a bit closer. Hasn't been a sleeper by any means. It just hasn't been elevated maybe as much as you would think Bismarck High, Minot High would be. That happens when it's a 15-point lead, however. Now everybody's starting to get into it. Oh, they want the foul on Lily Bell. The elbow might have gone up high there.
Yeah, that could have been called, but she's just clearing her space. Bismarck forcing the turnover, trapping in the backcourt. Basically, that's what they got to keep doing. They got to keep forcing Minot into tough spots, forcing some turnovers to create some extra offensive possessions for them.
Haberly checks back in for Minot High. Bill Shetler, the head coach of Bismarck High, having a conversation here with the officials.
Yeah, talking about where they're going to take the ball out of bounds. She must have stepped out here before she threw the ball away, because normally it'd be on the other side where it went out of bounds. But all in all, it results in a Bismarck possession.
Demons have the ball here. Taken away, Haberly. She's going to go coast to coast. Waits, stops to pop. Travel the violation of Minot High's Haberly.
It's just a really good job by Bismarck, not giving up on the play. Again, looked like it was going to be a layup, and you don't give up on it. You try your hardest to get down and contest, and you force a turnover.
Leads on 11 for Minot High School. Jordan Root kicks it up top. Demons set their system up here as they go to the elbow. One-on-one coverage against Bell, and Lily's going to knock it out of the hands of Taylor Mayer. Haberly brings it across the timeline. Carew Lamore back off to Barch. Now Carew up top. Surveying here, back to Aberly, down to the baseline. Aberly blocked from behind on the play by Grace Newman. Over the top on Newman, however, and it will be Aberly off to the Serve Pro charity stripe.
Yeah, making the defense work. It didn't look like she had much going on there. 2 defenders collapsed on her, but enough patience to draw the foul.
Aberly, that's the first from the Serve Pro line. 3 points now in the ball game for Aberly, the 5'10 senior that averages 9.5 per night. Low scoring affair here tonight for a Minot High team that has been a buzzsaw when it comes to the offensive production that they've put up. Lily Bell, circus shot, count the bucket for Lily as she drops it in.
Unbelievable effort there by Bell. Didn't look like she had any shot at the rebound or making that shot. That's impressive.
Step back jump shot, travel the violation.
Bismarck's got enough time to get back in this game. They got to generate a little bit better, higher percentage looks than that one. Little step back three, created a travel, but just stay within your offense. Get a couple ball reversals. Look for that back door.
Here come the Majettes with possession. Barch survey. Really have to give Bismarck high credit with the way they've defended in this ball game.
Absolutely. Making it tough on Minot.
Barch from downtown. Chance for the old-fashioned four-point play coming.
That takes big-time concentration. You know you're getting hit as that ball releases out of your hand. And to see that ball go in and hear that whistle, there's not many better feelings on the basketball court.
The old-fashioned four-point play probably wasn't ever a thing, Tony, just for the record.
Yeah, new-fashioned.
Yeah, the new-fashioned.
Four-point.
Barch converts on it. Four-point play for her. She's had herself a ball game here tonight, hasn't she? 12 of the contest for Barch.
Yeah, another balanced scoring night for Minot. Getting a little bit from everybody.
Rebound there from Knutson.
That's the other thing about Minot. It doesn't matter who gets the rebound. All of them are capable of leading the break and taking it down the other way.
DeShaw kicks it off. Barch wants another one. She's got it downtown for Barch. That's a big-time play for Kinley Barch. Back-to-back three-pointers. And Barch cruising right now. Another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay as the Demons call a timeout on the floor.
Those who dream big. Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
PSP Network, our mission is promoting local athletes in our great state of North Dakota. If you haven't already done so, make sure to follow us and like us on all social media platforms. Make sure to hit subscribe on YouTube as well. Again, you'd be amazed how far that goes in our mission of promoting local athletes with the following, the likes and the follows, the shares, all that sort of good stuff. Embarking on just about 11,000 followers on Facebook in just a few short years. Can't thank all of our fans enough for helping us in our mission of promoting the student athletes in our great state. 52-31. It was as close as 6 here in the second half, but Minot High is kind of uncorked a bit.
Yeah, they went on a 15-0 run right when the game was within reach for Bismarck. Minot said think about turning it up a little bit, and they've scored 15 unanswered, and they just created another turnover to get the ball back.
Back-to-back three-pointers for Barch. She'll toss the ball back into play down for Eve Knutson. Knutson dishes back off here to Everett DeShaw. Over the timeline on DeShaw, the ruling is once that foot touches, you're over the line. Is that right, Tony?
Yeah, I think so. That was a really tough call. It was an awkward pass from the jump, and I think Mr. Weber got the call right.
Demons get the ball back. Join us for our planning team financial advisors at Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll have our Sport Clips MVP of the contest announced in our postgame tonight. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. They are the pros of men's hair. I was there today, by the way. Looks good, doesn't it?
I was wondering why you look so good today, Nick. You didn't tell me you got a fresh cut.
Fresh cut at Sport Clips here today. They bring you the MVP in tonight's contest. of tonight's contest in the Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Everett DeShaw with the basketball. Off to Eve Knutson. Tweet down us at Network PSP and let us know who you think tonight's MVP is. These young ladies in that conversation right here as Barch fired for 3, missed it that time.
Yeah, it's almost, you almost expect those shots to go in the way they've been shooting the 3 during this contest.
Demons with possession underneath. Nice give and go play there. Up off the window. Newman through the cup for 2.
Bismarck taking advantage of the back door, using that Minot pressure against them. Like to see him do it a few more times here to end this ball game.
Barch on the drive, swings it back out. Aberly underneath, triple team. Lee Bell, hello.
They could have had 5 of them on her at that time. It wasn't going to matter. She did her work early. She established her position, and there was no stopping her.
Demons have possession now, trailing 54-33 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Mayer with the basketball. Goes off of Lily Bell, but there's a foul here coming on Everett DeShaw.
That's a tough foul to take there. You had her, the 5-second call was about to be called by the official and kind of bailed her out with the hack on the arm there. Gets Bismarck a chance to set up here the out of bounds play.
Tossed into Teofetic. Under 6 to play in regulation. Postgame tonight brought to you by our friends at Planning Team Financial at Shots Crossroads, by the way. How about that gritty effort on the rebound, pulling it down. That was Newmiller. Newmiller takes it and puts it up for 2.
Yeah, way not to give up on the play there by Newmiller. And then being able to convert the little mid-range jumper.
Here's DeShaw off to Ray Arud from Minot High School, the 5'2 junior. Got it back to DeShaw, but there's going to be a reaching in foul. Charged here on number 11, Teofetic.
That's basically what you got to do, though, if you're Bismarck. You got to have your hands on every ball you possibly can. If you commit a foul, you commit a foul. But you're basically, with 5 minutes left to go in the ball game, you got to go all out.
Barch between the legs, kicks it over here near side. Varney with possession. Back to Rude. Rude on the drive. Fouled on her way to the rack. Nice effort there from Ray Rude. Foul charge to Regan Newmiller. Sorry, Tony.
No, Shetler didn't like that call, and I think I agree with him. A lot of ball at the top of that. I guess I didn't see how much body contact there was, but a lot of times as an offensive player, you drive into 2-3 people. You're not necessarily rewarded if there is a little bit of body contact.
Rude drops it in. 4 points now in the ball game. She had a 3-pointer here in the second half. Second one from the Serve Pro free throw line on its way and in. Much better from the Serve Pro stripe in the second half for Minot High School, who went 0 for 4 from the freebie line in the first half of basketball.
Yeah, you knew that stat line wasn't going to stay that way. Minot's too good of shooters for that to last the whole game.
Nice inside feed again. Bismarck High's got something there as Taylor Mayer puts it off the window and in.
I'm telling you, Nick, that back door. I mean, Minot's pressuring past the three-point line. Basically, every single one of them, they got to. Bismarck's got to keep doing that. You know, call for the ball, flash high, and cut hard back door, and it's been working.
Nothing but net on the old-fashioned three-point play.
Bismarck needs a few stops here pretty desperately for the next few minutes.
Lamore in the paint on the runner, too strong. Demons on the run. Worked underneath the rack, the reverse play there from Caitlin Luther. She's fouled.
Yeah, best case scenario, the clock stops and you get a chance to cut into this lead a little bit if you're Bismarck.
Luther with 2 shots from the Serve Pro free throw line. First one's too strong for Luther. 5'10" senior, she's gone. She went 1 for 2 in the first half, 2 for 2 here in the second half until that last attempt. That one's dropped in. 4 for 6 in the ballgame for Luther from the Serve Pro free throw line. Under 4.5 to play in regulation. Barch with the basketball. Fouled on the play, and I believe it's going to be on Reagan Newmiller. It is. It's her third personal. 17 fouls now here on Bismarck High School. Minot High into the bonus.
Yeah, it's see if they can keep the free throw shooting up in the second half like they have been. And if you're Bismarck, you're praying for a miss.
Well, they get it on the Barch. Failed attempt from the Serve Pro stripe, but the Demons have the rebound. Reagan Newmiller with the basketball. Sends it over to the near side here to Taylor Mayer.
That post touch.
Deep three on its way. That one just off side of the glass. Rebound Demons comes back away. Another offensive board for Bismarck High. The attempt was up. Deshaw's going to come away with the basketball.
That's the presence of number 30 there from Minot. Had the position underneath the basket, but when Lily's on your backside there, that's easier said than done.
Barch ended up on the ground. Here's Lily Bell, tried to crash in. Fouled on the play.
Again, if you're Bismarck, you don't hate it. You know, you'd rather have Lily earn these from the free throw line than give her the two.
Lily from the stripe, drops that in. Lily now in the ball game has 14. Averaging 27 per night for Minot High, the number 2 scorer inside of the WDA coming into the showdown and showdowns this week, I should say, as Lily gets them both from the Serve Pro stripe. She's now 2 for 4 in the ball game. As a player, how much are you worried about your point production as these games go? It's got to be in your mind just a bit, isn't it?
You know, you want to, if your coach is listening, you say you don't worry about it at all. But anybody and everybody that plays basketball always wants to fill the score sheet up. But the win is always the most important thing. You know, I'd rather score 10 and win than score 30 and lose. And I think that the way Minot High shares the ball, it's evidence that that's their mindset as well.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. Jason Schwartz wants to talk things over. 3:15 to play here in regulation. Minot's up big, 58-39.
Trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food reward program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Magic City Home Leisure brings you the ball game tonight. Magic City Home Leisure right in time for Christmas. Hot tubs, saunas, pool tables, shuffleboard. They've got it at Magic City Home Leisure. I asked Matt Morelli this yesterday. I wasn't exactly sure if a hot tub would fit down the chimney. I don't know if Santa Claus is going to be able to get it there, so you might have to just go pick it up yourself at Magic City Home Leisure in the Magic City.
Yeah, talk about a Christmas gift here, right? I'll put that on my list for next year.
Knudsen off the mark from the Serve Pro free throw line.
And Bismarck did not like that foul call. And yeah, there it is. A technical foul on Shetler. I hate to say it, but I think I agree with him. You know, you're going to miss shots. Refs are going to miss some calls. But yeah, that's a tough one. tough one if you're Bismarck.
Back to the serve pro free throw line here for Knutson. Drops it in. Well, emotions run high in games like this, without a doubt. Knutson 2 for 2. Can she get the third one?
As a shooter, Knutson's thinking, you know, Merry Christmas to me, getting all these free ones from the line. I don't think she's touched the rim on any of them.
3 quick ones from the Serve Pro charity stripe for Eve Knutson.
Yeah, no shortage of players to choose from if you're Minot High for the MVP of this one. Everybody's chipped in and done a really good job for Minot High.
61-39, the Magents are on top. 3 minutes to play in the ballgame. Planning Team Financial, Shots Crossroads post-game show again coming up next here on the PSP Network. Rude to Vardy, now to Lily Bell. Here's Lily with it between the legs, goes back up top to the Shaw. Shot clock's at 4 to Shaw. Hearts the defense, goes down Broadway, but can't get it to drop. Bismarck High's got possession now as they carry it across the timeline here.
Yeah, Minot High could have put a shot up about 3 different times in that possession. Showed patience and a missed shot, running the shot clock down with the situation that it is, up 22. It's probably another sign that they're well coached.
22-point lead with 2:26 left in the ball game. Minot High looking to improve to 5-0 overall on the year. Drops in from the Serve Pro free throw line on the attempt coming from Grace Newman.
What do you think of the two-tone shoes, one of each color? It's kind of a new thing these days.
Interesting, yes. The fashion statement that is the shoes is something special, really, isn't it?
Yep, it's super important for basketball players, absolutely.
Rude downtown. You betcha. Second 3 in the ball game for Rude. She's got herself 8 points in tonight's contest.
I think she thought about that one. Is this a good look with time and score the way it is? She was just too open. She had to shoot it. I don't blame her.
64-41, Minot High on top. Minute 47 left in the ball game. Lily Bell's got a block underneath. And another. Swatted out of there like a fly on the 4th of July, bugging at the grill, and Lily Bell says, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think Vardy got her hand on the first attempt, and then Lily cleaned up the second 2. Kind of says, puts an exclamation point on this game with that last block.
Rude with the basketball, kicks it off Knutson. Eve Knutson back up to the Shaw. Works inside, Lily Bell. She's got 17 in the ballgame.
Kind of a bit of a stat pad there. Get another bucket here before maybe the benches get emptied. I don't blame her. She's down there battling all game, having multiple bodies sent at her. You got to take some when you can get some, that's for sure.
Third 3 of the ball game for Jordan Rude. She drops it in from behind the arc, and we're down to a minute on the dot to play in regulation.
Looks like Minot will just take their time and run this shot clock down.
Vardy inside to Bell, back outside Knutson. Knutson scrumming for the ball, comes away to the Demons. They have possession here. Running the floor is Fettig. Reagan Newmiller back up top. Another 3 attempt for Jordan Rude. Off the mark. Well, the benches aren't going to be cleared either in this ball game with 34.5 left. It doesn't seem, as Minot High sits on the 66-44 lead here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. The Magents will improve to 5-0 on the year. They'll move to 2-0 in the conference. Demons drop to 0-2 in conference play. They've lost now to Mandan and Minot High School. Will fall to 2-2 on their season. I don't think Bismarck High is going to be an easy out down the stretch, however. They're a team that's only going to get better as this season continues.
Yeah, there's lots of good that Bismarck can take from this game. They cut this thing to 6 here in the middle of the second half, and Yeah, showed lots of good signs on both sides of the ball.
Well, it goes final. 68-44 is the final score. We'll have our MVP of the game coming up in our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show when we come back to the Magic City.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finland Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
68-44, the final score tonight as Minot High School takes down Bismarck High in WDA High School basketball. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads bring you the postgame here tonight after Minot High gets the victory over the Bismarck High Demons. We're going to hop right into our MVP of the game conversation. Kinley Barch will join me in just a moment here. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Let's hop right into our MVP conversation. Kinley Barch had 15 tonight. Bismarck High didn't make it easy on you guys tonight, but you guys found a way to battle in that ball game. Overall, how are you feeling after the win tonight?
Pretty good. It was definitely a struggle coming out, but we just got it together and kept pushing.
Yeah, it was a good game top to bottom. In that second half, it seems like you guys really got into a little bit more of a rhythm. What was the big message from Jason Shores in the locker room at the end of the first half?
It was definitely just ball movement and moving it to everyone.
Bismarck High is quite a rival. They're going to be better down the stretch, but right now, being the #1 team in the state, how are you feeling on where you guys stand right now? And is there anything that Minot High really needs to work on right now?
Definitely just moving the ball, but we know how good we are, so it should be all right.
Yeah, that's all right. What's on the Christmas list for you this year?
Definitely some shoes.
Got to get some new shoes. These Nikes aren't doing it for you. New basketball shoes or just other shoes?
Just others.
Others. Well, I'm hoping Santa comes.
Same.
Yeah, job well done tonight. That's Kinley Barch, our MVP of the game here tonight. Nice job, young lady. And tonight's ball game, Minot High again gets the victory over Bismarck High. Final score on your screen is incorrect. It was 68-44 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Well, we'll reset our cockpit and come right back here to our Planning Team Financials and Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll break this one down when we return to Magic City Campus's gym.
Last night you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss,
Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Minot High gets the win, 68-44 over Bismarck High. Final game numbers presented by DriveRyan.com. Ryan Family Dealerships. Browse for massive inventory online. DriveRyan.com. The Demons are going to drop to a record of 2-2 on the year. They fall to 0-2 inside of the WDA. They were led tonight by Caitlin Luther. She had 10. 2 for Taya Fennig. Opal Sorensen held off the score sheet, but Cambry Newmiller had 2. 8 for Grace Newman. 4 for Regan Newmiller. 8 for Taylor Mayer. And 9 for Jordan Rude. The Demons ended up with 7 scorers in the books. They found all 4 of their 3-pointers coming in the second half. From Minot High School, they were led in the ballgame by the 19, put down by the All-Stater and Lily Bell. 15 in the ballgame for Kinley Barch, our MVP. 14 for Eve Knutson. A 3 for Deshaw, 3 for Sydney Aberley, 6 for Carew Lamore, and 8 more points in the ballgame for Ariana Rude, all coming in the second half. In total, Minot High had 6 scorers in the books here tonight. 10 3-pointers were hit, 7 scorers in the books. 10 3-pointers were hit. They went 9 for 13 in the ball game from the Serve Pro free throw line. Time for our move of the game tonight, brought to you by our friends at Magic City Home Leisure. Magic City Home Leisure. They've got you covered with hot tubs, spas, saunas, Spas and hot tubs, the same thing, but I'm telling you, I kind of like the word spa. That's just a little, feels more like the retreat in my backyard when I go into the spa.
Yeah, you're going to the spa sounds a little bit better than going to the hot tub. I totally get it.
Yeah, I'm into it. Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. For me tonight, the move of the game for Minot High School had to have been responding to Bismarck High, cutting that lead to 6, and then finding a way to come back in the ball game and really go on a tear from that point on.
Yeah, it was a 15-0 run when it got to 6. Something must have switched. They looked up at the scoreboard and said, hey, this is a little bit too close for comfort, and they really turned it on the defensive side of things. They stuck to their game plan of just kind of sticking together, moving the basketball, finding the open shooter, and what you just read on the box score is just evident of who Minot High is. Obviously, we talked about Fricky going down earlier, and the next man up for Minot High. They just, they're balanced. Lily can have 30, she can have 20, she can have 19 like she had tonight, but they get something from everybody. Everybody comes in ready to play, and like you said in the second half, they kind of just put the pedal to the metal and showed everybody that they're number one for a reason.
Yeah, well, and you heard it from Kidley Bard. She said it. You see the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. It was 6-point contest before Minot hit that 3. And then Minot went on the tear. They know they're good. And tonight, they maybe weren't their best, but when it was all said and done, they still came out of here with 68-44 victory. Again, your move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. Well, we'll reset the cockpit. We'll come back and get ready for our pregame show, the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show for the Demons and the Magi. The boys will rumble next. It's number 1 of the state of North Dakota against number 5 tonight on number 1's home floor here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Buckle up tight and get ready for what could be a barn burner here on the PSP Network.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Francisco's going to cut free. He's over the 30. Rush the puck. Here comes free. Keep firing. Same play. Conklin with the slam on Champ. When you talk about North Dakota high school basketball, you talk about the perennial powers that be inside the state. And when you talk about the big schools, the conversation doesn't happen without Bismarck High and Minot High. The 2 most storied programs in the state of North Dakota for big school basketball. They collectively have 150 appearances at the state tournament. Collectively, they have 31 state titles. Tonight, they're ranked number 1 and number 5 in the state with the Magi at the 1 spot. The Demons dropping to number 5. But we know for certain we're going to be in for a war tonight inside of Minot's Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome back into the presentation of the boys' game now as we move forward with our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Locations of Minot and Bismarck. It's a quick 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. I'm Nick Colbert, joined by my good friend, Mr. Tony Mueller, on the call here tonight. Tony, well, you get Bismarck High and Minot High coming together in anything. I don't care what it is. You know that there's a little heightened sense of that rivalry that kind of comes through, separated by just 90 miles. But when you talk about how good these teams are and how much tradition there really is here, I think the word that would stand out in describing the program for Bismarck and Minot and this rivalry would be pride. And there's a lot of that on the line here in tonight's ballgame.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Nick. I mean, Bismarck, Minot, I'll take Bismarck and Minot over any other matchup in the state of North Dakota any day of the week. There's so much history between the players, the coaches, the schools. Pride, that's exactly how you have it. I know all these players on both of these teams have a lot of pride when they throw those jerseys on, and I can't wait to get this one started tonight.
Yeah, a lot to get to here. Let's go to our media poll. North Dakota Associated Press, sportscasters and sports writers think that the Magi are number 1. They think Bismarck's number 5, even though the Demons were at that number 2 spot for the past 2 weeks. Well, they dropped to number 5. That's because Mandan beat them earlier on this week. And just the other night, Hudson Sheldon and Mandan ended up winning 65-61. So the Demons dropped to number 5. Minot remains at number 1. Nevertheless, 1 and 5 matchups are always going to be good. Century, Davies, Mandan inside the top 4. Legacy and Dickinson receiving votes in the most recent media poll. What do the standings look like inside of the WDA and the state? Handful of teams that are unbeaten inside of conference play. Minot's one of them. Bismarck is not, however, after losing to Mandan just the other night. Don't put much emphasis on where these teams are stacked up on the graphic. You can just see the records here on the conference and overall tab. Out east, same thing. West Fargo, perfect in their conference. Davies unbeaten to the conference as well. Every other team inside the EDC, every team in the EDC has a loss. Minot High, Century, Legacy, Mandan, and Dickinson unblemished records on the year inside of WDA Hoops. Presentation of the colors will happen right now here on the PSP Network. Let's go down to Eric Schaefer, the voice of the Magi, for tonight's official introduction as we salute our great country with tonight's stars, Spangled Banner.
Welcome to Minot High School's gymnasium for tonight's WDA matchup between the visiting Bismarck Demons and your Minot High Magicians. At this time, we ask that you please stand at attention as the colors will be presented by the Minot High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard Detail. The Color Guard Detail is commanded by Cadet Technical Sergeant Isabella Lockrow. As always, please hold your applause and remain at attention until the colors have been retired.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Color guard detail on display tonight with the nation's national anthem, our Star Spangled Banner. That always gets you fired up, doesn't it? It should, for good reason. Let's take a look right now at this matchup. Tony, Minot High again coming in to the ballgame sitting on a record of 3-0. The Demons sit at 2-1. We get to see some of the best players in the state tonight on the court. How good? Well, number 2 and number 3 inside the WDA go toe-to-toe tonight, starting with Andre Austin. Bismarck High's Austin is a 23.5 points per night kind of a guy, while Shell from Minot High is sitting at 22.5. These two kids are really going to shine in a ball game like this.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him play. Both kind of play a little bit differently. Shell can really do it all. I mean, obviously Austin can do it all as well, but yeah, I think they're both going to put their best foot forward tonight, and we'll see who gets the best.
Some three-point shooters inside this ball game tonight as well. Look at the young man. You talk about Andre Austin. How about his little brother, Kalik Austin, the 6'3 freshman? He's hit 11 three-pointers on the season. Good enough for a spot on the list of the top 3 guns inside of the WDA. Bieber right there with 7 threes as well. And then their counterpart from across town at Bismarck, Garrett Nisley's got 13 on the season. Those are the 3 leaders. See the standings. We've seen the top producers in the state. See the 3-point leaders. Now we see the starting lineups. Is there one key in your mind tonight, Tony, for these Bismarck Demons if they want to come out of here with an upset win, quote unquote, against Minot High tonight?
I think they just got to stick with their game plan. They play. These teams are very similar. They both pressure. They both put a lot of guys in that can play and can handle the ball. They just got to score it at the rate that Minot can score it, and they obviously have the players to do it. But yeah, if they can kind of fluster Minot High and they can kind of put the pressure on them, they're going to be in this ball game. And yeah, it's going to be who makes the least amount of mistakes between these two well-coached ball clubs.
Yeah, get ready for Dean Wincheski against Jordan Wilhelm. Number 1, Minot. Number 5, Bismarck High. Bismarck's in maroon. Minot High is in white. Nick Holbert, Tony Mueller on the call tonight from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. This is an early Christmas treat right here, my friends, as we're set and ready for what should be a great showdown tonight on the PSP Network. Ready, partner?
Where would you rather be on a Friday night in North Dakota than Minot Bismarck squaring off? I'm excited.
I don't think I could name a place. That's
not even in your spa?
I'll watch this back later from the spa. I promise you that much. It should be a good one. Here we go. Minot High and Fisher Johnson with the basketball. This is Eric Wincheski, 2-time All-West Region selection. Got it off to Shell. He's an all-WDA pick as well. Schaefer goes inside Bedell. Spin move, puts it up. Strong on that play was Andre Austin. He had the stomp on it, and Austin carries it down the floor. Here's Andre with the move inside the paint. Bedell got in the way of him. Here's Wincheski. Hang on tight. Wincheski up, laying it off the glass and in for the first 2 points of the ballgame.
And defense turning into offense, just like the girls' game. Minot High runs a really clean, solid, fast break to open up the scoring.
Straight away 3-pointer. Off the mark, the attempt was there from Kenyatta White. It's going to be a foul on the play. Minot High will get the basketball back.
Not even a minute into the game, and Coach Wilhelm's doing his line change. A lot like hockey, Nick. I know you're a hockey guy. Subbing 4 out of the 5 guys in, going to stay fresh, and you got to have your legs to be playing in this game.
Yeah, it's built for tournament time, and a Demon team that rotates the way they do. What's the only knock on it, or is there more than one knock on it? Maybe you just can't heat up the way that some players can with the minutes logged in a game. Would that be it?
Yep, exactly. You better get your find your rhythm quick, but you know they'll interchange and sub in and out. So you're coming out, but you're going right back in the ball game, and you know that going into the game, which is huge as a player. You're not going to be penalized for missing shots. You're going to come out, and then you're going to go right back in. And I know Coach Wilhelm personally, he's not going to let these guys dog it. You're going to have to give your 100% effort the whole time you're out there, or somebody else on the bench is going to.
Kalik Austin was charged with the foul. That sends Landon Bedell to the Serve Pro free throw line. Bedell missed the first and the second. Andre goes up after the rebound, but it comes away to Schaefer. And Grayson Schaefer puts it up and in for his first 2 points of the ballgame.
Yeah, Minot High obviously got a little bit of a size advantage. It's evident here the first couple possessions.
Big rebound from Bedell on the missed shot. Now Wincheski runs the floor. Here's Wincheski. Got it back here to Fisher Johnson. Works it away up top and around the horn. Schaefer downtown. High arcing 3. Swoosh!
Really good ball reversal. No hesitation on the 3.
Worked inside from Andre Austin. Another look at the last play on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Fisher Johnson with the read off to Bedell, and then Schaefer way behind the arc. That's a high arcing shot, isn't it?
Yeah, better percentage for the ball to go in, the higher up in the air you put it. But yeah, that replay shows just that patience on offense, keeping that ball on one side of the court and then ripping it around 2 passes to find the open shooter. That defender needs to be in help side there, and just enough room for Schaefer to put up that nice-looking jump shot.
Andre Austin got the first from the Serve Pro free throw line. Can he get the second? No, front of the rim for Andre. Andre shooting 52% from the Serve Pro stripe on the year. Shell got it off to Schaefer. Grayson Schaefer with the basketball. Then Winchesky. Bedell down to the corner. Three-land for Shell. No, he's off the mark. Shell's been a gunslinger from over there on the season, by the way. 11 three-pointers. That leads Minot High, and one of the top shooters from three in the WDA. Speaking of threes, Grant Bieber from downtown.
Really good looking shot there. Confidence.
Bieber inside the top 5 for threes in the conference. There goes Eric Winchesky, razzle-dazzle to the rack for 2 more.
You could tell in the offseason from this year to last, he's gotten stronger, faster. That's a tough drive to be able to stop if you're anybody.
Way downtown for Bieber off the mark. Bedell on the rebound, kicked it off to Winchesky. 2-on-2 drill back into the offensive territory for Minot High School. Schaefer back over to Fisher Johnson for 3. You betcha.
Everybody's getting in on the action early for Minot High.
Andre Austin with the basketball. Austin, shimmy shake to the rack. Speaking of razzle-dazzle, Andre goes up for his first field goal of the ballgame.
The degree of difficulty to finish that shot. Not many people in the state are going to be able to finish that. That was impressive.
All WDA selection. He reached 1,000 points the other night against Mandan. Listen to the Bismarck fans. They're here. They're animated. They're into it. Fully engaged. Johnson, heat check. Oh, rimmed in and out for Fisher Johnson.
That was everything but down.
Bieber back off to Andre Austin. Andre, step back. Now he recharges up here. Sends it into the lane. Out comes McNichols. Goes off of Kalik Austin, and it will be Minot High basketball. Kalik Austin at 6'3", the freshman guard. I'm telling you, that's a kid that you're going to want to keep your eyes on. The future's bright for him, isn't it?
Oh, unbelievable. If you can get on the court as a freshman at this level, you've been doing something right. You've been putting the work in, and it shows.
I cut you off on your last thought there. You were saying something about Minot High School.
No, yeah, the Minot High bench wanted that possession to go their way, but I think the ref was right on top of it.
Matt Yale with the officiating duties here tonight. One of the greats to play high school basketball in our state. Former Berthold Bomber. Remember his dominance on the court to the playing days?
Oh, yeah. Berthold had a bunch of really good teams back in the late 2010s.
Jay Gerbechke had the reach-in foul on Fisher Johnson. Meshke's first of the ball game. That's team foul number 4 on Bismarck High School. Winchesky into Johnson.
Sorry, Nick. Bismarck's got to do a good job here in the next couple possessions of guarding that three-point line, not helping off too much of everybody, and make the Minot High drive just like that.
Grayson Schaefer inside look, and Grayson Schaefer leads the charge for all scorers right now. Schaefer's got himself 7 points in the ball game. Minot leads 14-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Outside the arc, Artie Carlo. Over to the right side, step back. Artie, how are you doing tonight? Carlo drops it in for his first field goal of the ball game.
Yeah, really good patience there. Could have got that shot blocked if he went up right away, but presence of mind.
Winchesky dished it off there. Mason Jensen kicked it out. Johnson for 3, no good. Comes away to Winchesky. The battle in the paint continues on, and going up and winning that battle for the Demons and pulling it back in. It's Jay Gerbechke. Make it 11 rather. I do apologize. That's KP Eaglestaff. Speaking of Eaglestaff, how about Tracy the other night?
Unbelievable. So awesome for the state of North Dakota. I mean, talk about putting the state on your shoulders. Kind of almost spoiled Grant Nelson's coming home party. I mean, I know that Alabama got the win, but man, that was fun to watch. I was proud as a basketball guy from North Dakota to watch that game. I think Eagle Staff is getting some national attention, and he's got, like Grant Nelson said after the game, potential to make a lot of money playing basketball, which is awesome.
Mason Jensen at the Serve Pro free throw line for Minot High after he was fouled on the play from KP Eagle Staff. Eagle Staff's fifth on Bismarck High. Mason Jensen back at the stripe. Can he get the second one on the Serve Pro attempt? No, he can't. 0 for 2. Yeah, that whole conversation about how good Tracy Eagle Staff really is, when you can level up in a matchup against number 6 in big school basketball in Alabama and put down 40 points, the former Mr. Basketball North Dakota, former Bismarck High standout, one of the best to ever play at Bismarck High. Right to the rack for Artie Carlo. He's got 4 in the ball game. Timeout Dean Winchesky as the Bismarck fans come alive. We'll talk more about Eagle Staff and company when we come back to the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Timeout on the floor brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. 4-point lead, Minot High School.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Tonight's ball game on the PSP Network brought to you by our friends at Minot State University. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. Minot High had the timeout called by Dean Winchesky because the Demons are back within 4s. Now Winchesky goes inside the paint. It's going to be another foul on the play. Artie Carlo is going to be rung up here. Or no, is it not Carlo? It's not. Fall away again on KP Eagle Staff.
Yeah, Winchesky's a tough guy to guard. So under control, so explosive at the same time. He is a handful.
Two-time All-WDA selection in Eric Winchesky. I think it's fair to say that there's a couple kids on the floor tonight that are going to be in the conversation for the Senior Athlete of the Year in the WDA when it comes to boys AA basketball. Andre Austin and Eric Winchesky, if they're not in that conversation, there's something wrong with the conversation as a whole, I would have to say, with what these young men have been able to do in their careers at Bismarck and Minot.
Yeah, something drastic would have to happen for them not to be in the conversation. They're in the conversation already, that's for sure.
Deep three off the mark there from Artie Carlo. Rebound inside the lane. Comes away to Carson Schumacher. Then the Magi strip it as Shell gets it off to Johnson. Here's Johnson. Outside to Schaefer. Schaefer from the elbow. Stop and pop. Roller, no. Rebound pulled down Carlo.
Carlo's had a really good jump off the bench for Bismarck. Couple big-time buckets.
Travel the violation on Schumacher, looking for his first three-pointer of the season.
I don't know if I like calling Bismarck's games, Nick. It's tough to figure out who's on the court. You look up and it's another set of guys. Makes it tough on guys like us.
Touch on that from the defensive side of it and being in the Minot High defensive scheme when a fresh set of guys comes in. It has to be a bit of a nightmare there as well, too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely is. For one, they're fresh on both sides of the ball, so you're getting everybody's, best effort for a couple minutes. But yeah, I mean, your scouting report definitely changes, depends on who's on the floor. But again, both of these coaches, it doesn't matter who they're playing. Their game plan is their game plan, and they're going to try to make the other team submit to them and not the other way around.
Fisher Johnson at the Serve Pro free throw line gets the front half of the 1-and-1. Fisher Johnson, 4 points now in the ball game. The young man, 6-foot-tall senior, averaging 11 points per game for the Magi. And he's got himself 2 from the Serve Pro stripe and 5 in the ball game. 6-point lead, Minot High School. How much different are the Demons with Weston Scott, an all-WDA selection? Out with lower body injury, had surgery earlier on this month. That shot for 3, no good from Ross Fisher. Ball goes on a play. Bismarck High will get it back.
You ever hear like parents or anybody back in the day, follow your shot, follow your shot? That was a great example of following your shot. Long rebound, and he works his butt off to get the possession back to Bismarck.
Demons have possession. Winchesky takes it away. Here's Winchesky. Turns the motor on, gets across the Magi stamp right at midcourt. Now Peyton Shell, he's been quiet in the ball game, hasn't scored a point yet. Gives it off to Schaefer. He's got an assist, however. Schaefer goes up and lays it in.
Schaefer just super, super tough around the basket. Big, wide body, has the touch. He's going to be a handful.
Another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Schaefer kisses the square and puts it in. Grayson Schaefer having himself a night. He's got 9 in the ball game. That paces all scorers. Here with an 18-10 lead for Minot High and 10:49 to play in the first half of basketball. Deep three. Kalik Austin from downtown. 12th three-pointer of the year for Kalik Austin. That one banged and brought the Demons back within 5.
Big shot for Bismarck. Big shot for the freshman.
Spin move. Fisher Johnson. Back out to Winchesky. Kenny counter. No. Side of the rim. Demons pull it in. Boyd carries the basketball up to Andre Austin. Andre works it back. Gives it off. Here to Boyd off the mark. Winchesky scrumming for the ball. Winchesky on the 2-on-2 drill. Kicks it back out to Shell. Steps through. Shell downtown. Swoosh.
Heck of a shot fake. Staying under control and absolutely ripped the net. Great shot by Shell.
12th three-pointer of the year for Peyton Shell. Shell had 21 versus St. Mary's the other night. Oh, Grayson Schaefer. Hello, slam time. Look at the reaction from Grayson Schaefer. You want to talk about a slam and jamma, my friends? Watch this one back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Clear the runway. Schaefer with the 2-hand slam dunk. Minot High by 10.
If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Well, you get number 1 against number 5 in the state. You get highlights like this, and you know you're going to have an atmosphere. Grayson Schaefer with the slamma jamma. That really elevates everything, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Nothing like a jam to hype the crowd and your team up.
Andre Austin, 2 more. He's got 4 now in the ballgame. I'm sorry, Andre's got 5. He had 1 from the Serve Pro free throw line. Shell thought about the 3, goes back to Schaefer, kicked off Winchesky. Winchesky crashes through. Offensive, the charge on Eric Winchesky.
Those block charge calls are just absolutely the hardest ones to make as an official. Kind of went into a crowd of Demons there. Bismarck gets the ball back.
8-point lead, Minot High. Open in the corner pocket for 3. This one off the mark. Might have been tipped there. Schumacher was short on the play. Now Landon Bedell. He'll play college football after his high school comes to an end. MSUM, the Dragons picked Landon Bedell up to be on the gridiron. Here's Schaefer downtown for 3. No rebound, pulled away. And with the board goes KP Eaglestaff. It's a foul on the play. Artie Carlo's going to be charged away from the basketball.
Yeah, I can't blame him. He's obviously got the size disadvantage there, trying to do whatever he can to get in position to make that, to get that rebound. Like I said, Minot High definitely has the size down low. That's going to be difficult for Bismarck to deal with all game.
Well, the Demons have the line change. Meanwhile, Landon Bedell's at the Serve Pro free throw line. Up with the attempt, and Landon Bedell hasn't been able to drop one in from the stripe. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. and held off the sheet so far. Here's a 3 attempt. That one way deep from Mechke on the near side. 2 guys are on the ground. Bedell down there scrumming for the basketball along with number 12, Kenyatta White, and it will be whose basketball? Is it a jump ball coming here, Tony?
No, they got the foul on White there. I think it was the right call. Just fighting for that ball as it was coming down. Unfortunately, though, it results in free throws for Minot if you're Bismarck.
Well, Minot High will go to the Serve Pro charity stripe again, and Landon Bedell shooting 50% on the season, is 0 for 3 in the ball game from the stripe. Can he get one here? Too strong from Landon Bedell. Lead remains at 8 for Minot High School. Step back 3 for Andre Austin. I don't know if all of a sudden the lights went dim on both sides or what's happening here, but the Demons of Magi cold here at this portion of the ball game.
Yeah, it's really good defense being played by both teams, forcing guys to kind of settle a little bit offensively. I mean, I don't know if you're going to find a tougher matchup, but certainly not in the WDA for Austin than Winchesky. They're a fun duo to watch.
Winchesky tripped up a bit. He's got the basketball here. Demon fans are loud. Winchesky dancing into the paint, putting it up and in, and Eric Winchesky's got 6 now in the contest. Andre Austin, speaking of razzle dazzle, Andre coast to coast lays it up and in.
Yeah, speaking of the 2 guys we were just talking about, one says, let me go, and the other one says, let me get it back. And a 5-second call here. Minot with a little bit of confusion. Bismarck's press causing a little bit of that confusion.
Well, Jordan Wilhelm in his 10th year as the head coach of Bismarck High School. 2007 graduate of Bismarck High. Wilhelm looking for his first ever state title as the head man of the Demons, taking over for Steve Miller in the years that Bismarck High had so much success, and it's a program that we opened the show with tonight, talking about how powerful they are. Banging inside, Carson Schumacher's got 2. Bismarck High's my pick this year, by the way, to win the state title. Into the paint, up, off the window and in. Fisher Johnson's got 2 more.
Has the Minot High coaching staff heard about that prediction yet?
I don't know that they have, and I don't think they would blame me. Bismarck High, a team that has so much opportunity to be so good, and just a numbers game at some point. Deep 3, bingo, Boyd from downtown's got his first points of the ball game.
Yeah, second chance opportunities. Bismarck taking advantage of one of Minot High's big bodies, Bedell, being off the court, creating some second chances.
Here come the Demons again. They've got possession. Over on the far side, little stutter step from Carlo. Now he steps back. Oh, that was a raindrop.
Nice little floater, under control.
Here we go. 3-point lead. Now Minot High's Fisher Johnson's going to give up the basketball. The Demon fans are livid with noise.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's a 3-point game, and Bismarck's letting everybody know that they're here.
Well, like a prize fight tonight, look at this little teardrop. Artie Carlo drops it in. He made that look pretty easy, didn't he?
All these kids make it look pretty easy.
Step back 3. Too much on at that time from Grady Swanson. Rebounded down by the Demons. Swanson gets it back. Artie Carlo again. Step back 3. Carlo's feeling it. Hello. Artie Carlo with back-to-back points for the Demons, and we're tied at 27 aside on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Look at Carlo from downtown. Way deep. First International Bank and Trust timeout on the courts. Full timeout, Minot High School. Carlo, feeling, flow.
We deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and
Tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Off the inbound play, look out. Logan Dean on the camera down there. Just about got tattooed, Tony, by it. Ball went out of play. Minot High's got possession here. Fisher Johnson got it off to Bedell. Bedell will carry in. Back to Fisher Johnson. He'll survey and go to Winchesky. Into the hands it comes for Workman. Now the all-region player, Winchesky. He's hauled up on the play, and Winchesky is fouled. That's foul number 10 on Bismarck High.
Number 2 on White. Looks like he's probably going to come to the bench. Don't want to pick up your third especially before the half is over. Again, Winchesky at the top of the key. Tough cover. Got to keep your hands off. And yeah, that was his second foul. So we'll see if he gets any more run before halftime.
Eric Winchesky shooting 46% on the season from the Serve Pro free throw line. Rims in, then out. Demons have possession with Artie Carlo. He has been magical so far tonight for the Demons. Andre Austin lost it. Clear the runway. Here comes Shell. Buckle up tight. Slam time. Peyton Shell.
Again, they make it look pretty easy.
When's the last time you got up and were able to put it down like that?
Well, every day on my hoop and my mini hoop, my son's little mini hoop, it makes me feel like I'm still a little younger than I am. But that dunk there, Bismarck had all the momentum for the last, I don't even know, at least 5 minutes. We'll see if that dunk can change things around. Game of runs here, obviously. See if Minot High could sustain a little bit of momentum.
Peyton Shell, 5th point to the ball game, was a slam, a jamma, deep 3 on its way. Austin off the mark. It will be Minot High basketball. Tonight's game on the PSP Network brought to you by the UPS Store. UPS Store located on South Broadway in the Magic City for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS Store. Again, located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Right in time for Christmas. Those Bismarck fans are rowdy tonight. You knew they would be after they lost to Mandan on Tuesday evening. Winchesky went down. Winchesky's slow to get up on the play. Ball comes to Austin, kicked outside. Meshke, deep 3, no good.
Yeah, really awkward there. Kind of ran into his own guy. I think Schaefer, as he just traveled, kind of turned around like he was going to box out and end up creating a little bit of chaos.
3-point lead for Minot High, 30-27 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Inbounding the basketball here is Boyd for Bismarck High. Gets it into Andre Austin. Andre will go down as one of the great players to play at Bismarck High. That list is real long, by the way. Fisher Johnson comes away with the rebound. Now Winchesky hits the brakes and sets up shop here for Minot High. Thought about a deep 3. Goes off to Peyton Shell. Now Schaefer. Schaefer with the left hand to Fisher Johnson. Johnson. Oh, razzle-dazzle play there. Johnson's on the ground. So is Schaefer. There's a Demon down as well, and there's a stop in the play. Here's in some pain. Here is Lucas McNichols. He's slow to get up.
Yeah, you almost just, I mean, you can't blame Schaefer for trying to tip that out. He just doesn't have the position. One of those fouls, it's an effort foul. You love it as a coach, you know. You're not giving up on the play, but basketball rules are the basketball rules, and you got to stay off his back.
Fisher from the elbow. Drops it inside. Comes back into the hands here of McNichols. Minot High basketball as it goes off of Boyd and out of play.
Really good action by Bismarck. People are cutting hard. Just Minot High's good job keeping their hands in the passing lanes and getting deflections and stifling that offensive possession.
Fisher Johnson off to Landon Bedell. Under 4 to play in the first half. Magic Towing halftime report coming up around the corner. Shell to Schaefer, to Bedell, to Johnson. Fisher Johnson stripped inside, somehow comes away with it. Fisher Johnson puts it up and in.
Strong play, got stripped there as he was about to go up for the layup, stuck with it, and was rewarded with 2.
Andre Austin towards the rim, taken back away now. Shell's got it. Shell goes away here to the near side. Gail Workman back over to Schaefer. Has the bullseye set right through the cup. Schaefer from downtown.
Really good looking 3. He's done it on every level. A little mid-range, close to the basket. And is that his second 3 of the ball game?
Second 3 of the game. He's got 12 of the contest. Downtown, speaking of 3s, Grant Bieber's got 2 of them now in the 35-30 showdown with number 1 and number 5 in the state. We've got a ball game.
That was a big shot for Bismarck. Kind of on a little bit of a scoring drought right there, and he put a stop to it.
Grayson Schaefer with the basketball, worked inside to Landon Bedell. Bedell, the hook shot, no good. Taken down here by Artie Carlo, and Carlo runs the floor. Carlo, coast to coast. Oh, my goodness.
He's so under control, Nick. I love his game. He doesn't seem like he can get rattled. Can't speed him up. Playing at his pace. He's been a great plug off the bench here for Bismarck.
Fisher Johnson off to the corner. Shell downtown. Swoosh. Peyton Shell's got another one. He's got 8 now in the ball game.
He's got 3s from both corners.
Bedell down with the basketball, worked back away by the Magi. 3-on-3 drill into the zone. Heat check possibly here for Shell. Is it fair to even call it a heat check when he's so good from downtown the way he has been?
Oh, that was just too open. I wouldn't consider that a heat check. I mean, anybody on this team, anybody gets that ball with that space, it's going up. And you got to love that playing for a guy like Winchesky. You see the space and everybody has a green light. And yeah, that one just didn't drop.
Another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. The last 3-pointer from Shell. 90 seconds to play first half. Left-hand scoop there off the mark for Meshke. Comes back away. Now to the Magi, and Schaefer runs it up the court here with Winchesky. This is a marquee matchup tonight in North Dakota, no doubt about that. And it hasn't disappointed. 6-point lead, Minot High. Winchesky up to the window, puts it in through the cup and scores.
Strong take. I mean, it's like a broken record talking about Winchesky, but man, that's a tough drive to be able to defend.
Minot's got 40 and an 8-point lead. Between the legs and work back away here from Kalik Austin. Meshke puts it up off the glass, kisses the window and scores.
Talk about a tough shot. Ran into the Minot High defender twice there on each shoulder and still had the strength to get that up and in off the glass.
Here's Winchesky, downtown attempt. You betcha, Winchesky for 3.
Seems like Minot has an answer. Every time Bismarck hits a couple buckets in a row, Minot comes down, finds himself with an open 3.
Battle at the glass, taken away here by the Magi. Shell coast to coast, off to Winchesky. Oh, he's blocked on the play. KP Eaglestaff went up and shut the door, but he was...
Yeah, Bismarck doesn't like it. That's a tough one. It looked like a good block from up here, but we're about as far away as you possibly can be.
It's number 3 on KP Eaglestaff. As Winchesky from the Serve Pro free throw line puts in the front half of the 1-and-1.
Line change here for Bismarck. The last 11 seconds of this first half. See if they can come down and get something high percentage, a good look to keep this thing within single digits.
Lead at 10 for Minot High as Eric Winchesky will shoot again from the Serve Pro free throw line. Too strong. By the way, KP Eaglestaff, the brother to Tracy Eaglestaff, who we talked about earlier on here tonight, and who the entire basketball world's talking about. At the horn, Shell with the opportunity. Just missed. Well, are you entertained or are you entertained?
This has been all we could hope for so far. 10-point ball game with a, I'm sure, exciting second half coming up.
44-34, Minot High's got the lead. Let's move to our Magic Towing halftime report. Things are just getting good on a Friday night inside of WDA Hoops here on the PSP Network.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
side, 3, 2 second, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
Well, we've reached the Magic Towing halftime report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad that you did. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing bringing you our halftime report. Tony Mueller, Nick Holberg on the call here tonight. We got a couple special guests inside of the press area here at Minot High School. You guys wave at the TV and say Merry Christmas right here.
Say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You guys having fun tonight? Yeah? Who's going to win, Bismarck or Minot tonight, you think? Bismarck? Got a couple Bismarck fans here. Happy holidays. Thanks for coming, guys. Pretty cool, Tony. Glad to have those youngsters with us here tonight.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, without a doubt. Speaking of pretty cool, we got ourselves a pretty cool ball game here. It's been back and forth in this showdown. 44-34 the score. Taking a look at the game reset brought to you by our friends at Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Browse the massive inventory online at Drive Ryan. There's been some big highlights in this ball game, and you look at them here as we go through this highlight package. Is there anything that really stands off the paper for you in that first half of basketball?
Just how hard both of these teams are playing. I mean, it's unbelievable how many open shots that we've seen from both teams. But man, I don't envy playing against either one of these teams. The defensive intensity, but yeah, I guess the one thing that stands out for Minot was Schaefer's play, scoring from inside, from outside, and Artie Carlo coming off the bench for Bismarck, providing a much-needed spark for them, keeping them in the ball game. I'm sure it's gonna be more of the same here in the second half.
Back and forth. Scoring numbers from the first half as we watch the highlights back. Andre Austin's got 7. Artie Carlo's got 11. 2 for Schumacher, 6 for Grant Bieber, 3 for Boyd, and Kalik Austin with 3 in the ballgame. For Minot High, they didn't have a whole ton of distribution, only 4 scorers in the books. Led in scoring by the 14 from Grayson Schaefer, 13 from Winchesky, 10 from Fisher Johnson, and 8 from Peyton Shell. There's your scoring recap brought to you by DriveRyan.com. There's some big-time highlights in that first half of basketball. That's what you expect with number 1 Minot, number 5 Bismarck, 2 top 5 teams. 2 teams that I have predicted. This is my pick for a state title game, folks, right here. And I'm not just saying that to hype it up. There's no need to. You can hype it up all you want on your own. These 2 teams are legit and for real. What do the numbers look like on paper? Well, any of these stand off to you, Tony, at the end of our first half of hoops tonight?
Yeah, I'm sure Bismarck would try to like to get to the free throw line a little bit more. Just 2 attempts in the first half. Minot going 4 of 7. I'm sure Coach Winchesky would like to see a little bit higher percentage from the free throw line for them. But yeah, obviously Minot wants to get a few more guys involved, scoring the bucket. But yeah, even amount of threes shot basically, and Minot got to the free throw line a little bit more, made a couple more threes.
One key for Jordan Wilhelm in the second half. Is there one in your mind?
I think he's just got to figure out a way to generate some better looks offensively. Obviously, the defense leads to their offense, the high intensity, the high pace. But yeah, try to knock down a couple more of their open looks and keep the same intensity on defense.
Magic Towing halftime report comes to a close. Minot's got a 10-point lead at the break. Get ready for the second half. It should be a doozy here tonight. We'll bring it to you live on the PSP Network when we come back to the Magic City Campus Gymnasium.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Tonight's ball game on the PSP Network, proudly brought to you and delivered by the UPS Store. The UPS Store, located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS Store, open 6 days a week. Tonight's game also brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Also want to thank our friends at Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. It's Minot State, where more than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. Minot State grads get jobs, period. Well, we talked about these young men earlier on here tonight, the ones that are lighting up the WDA coming into this week. As of December 17th, Andre Austin and Peyton Shell in this ball game tonight. Is there anything different that you'd like to see Shell do in this contest, or Austin, two of the top guns?
No, Shell just got to let the game come to him. You know, he's kind of that 2-3 player. His looks are going to come. I like that he doesn't force anything. He lets the game come to him. And Austin just got to keep doing what he's doing and keep trying to attack the Minot High defense, and that's easier said than done.
Carlo downtown. Artie Carlo feeling it tonight. Hits another three.
Started right where he left off and providing a big boost for Bismarck.
14 points now in the ball game for Artie Carlo. Here's Shell downtown. Shell's got the answer for three.
Yeah, Bismarck can't come off of Shell if they want to stay in this ball game. He's too good of a shooter to be that wide open.
Here comes Winchesky down the floor with it. Winchesky kicks it off. Shell's wide open in the corner pocket, just off the mark.
You're lucky that one didn't go down.
Does Shell remind you of Jeff Brandt at all?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they're both heck of a shooters, and both played for Minot High. That's some high company to put Shell into, but yeah, I can see the similarity.
Here's Winchesky with it.
Both shoot it effortlessly, that's for sure.
Landon Bedell inside to Schaefer. Schaefer got robbed by the rim. Schaefer went down awkwardly. Slow to get up is 34 and white. Meanwhile, deep three coming there off the mark, missing for Grady Swanson. Bedell pulls in the rebound.
Yeah, Schaefer's going to put that home 99 out of 100 times. Did a great job of establishing his position. Just missed.
Carlo. What a fake that was. Carlo sends it inside off to Kenyatta White. He's got his first two of the ball game. That might be your move of the game right there.
Yeah, that could have easily been an and one, too. They're lucky that they didn't call the foul on that play.
Winchesky. Fisher Johnson. Down to Grayson Schaefer. Back up to Shell. Into the paint on the dribble drive. Shell puts it up off the window, too strong. Pulled out of there. Andre Austin's got possession, and here's Andre that dribbles in. This is why I call him razzle dazzle, just off the rim. Scrum ends up back to Carlo. Three land. Artie in and out, pulled down here by Johnson. Will be Minot High basketball.
Yeah, usually you see those tie-ups called jump ball, especially in high school basketball in North Dakota. You know, it gets tied up for just a second, and most of the time they're called jumps. I like the refs letting that play out. Why not let the players decide whose ball it is, and if it's truly a jump ball or not? I really like the no call there.
Minot High will put the ball back into play. 47-39, they've got the lead. How great was that, having our two little boys come up here and enjoy that halftime with us. For some reason, I'm ready to eat some popcorn and cotton candy. Those kids smelled like cotton candy and popcorn when they got up here.
They were up here for 3 minutes, and it's the most time they've been in the gym this whole game.
Comes back away to Fisher. There's a demon down. Meshke's up. He's going to go after the rebound, and he saves it. Comes back away. Andre Austin off the front of the rim.
Andre's just got to get a little bit more arc on that shot. I mean, I'm nobody to tell him how to play, but you can tell it's just a little flat coming off of his hand. If he just puts that thing up in the air a little bit more, it's going to cause problems for defenders.
Fisher Johnson with possession goes off now here to Winchesky. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit like and follow on all social media platforms for PSP Network. Also hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Folks, I'm telling you, how far that goes in our mission of promoting local athletes, it's miles when it comes down to expanding our coverage of high school athletics.
What a finish. Absorb the body contact. hung in the air. That's a player that's done it before.
Off to play at Dickinson State for the Blue Hawks after his high school career. Oh, Schaefer slams the door. Came right to Meshke. He fired on off the mark, and now Shell's got it. Is there anything about Wincheski's game that you don't like?
No, I mean, obviously, had he played there, picking up the charge. No, I mean, Wincheski's got it all. Obviously, he can always work on his shot, become a better knockdown shooter. But that's not his role on this team. His role is to get the offense going. He's the engine. He's the guy that's going to get to the paint and get his create open looks for his teammates. But yeah, I mean, everybody can always get better at everything. So he's no exception to that. But he's pretty well rounded, to say the least.
He's got the ball here. Chesky handling it now. He'll work up top with it. Shell, Wincheski, long two. Just off the mark, pulled down and worked away here by Kalik Austin.
Yeah, great defensive possession by Bismarck there. Just didn't allow Minot anything.
Well, the scrum towards the rack ends up with Andre Austin down on the ground, and it will end up with a Bismarck free throw coming from the Serve Pro free throw line. Serve Pro, a 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians and advanced technology at Serve Pro. Andre Austin at the Serve Pro free throw line. Good on the first one.
Yeah, I just can't keep myself from thinking that, Austin and Wincheski, they're so similar. Both put so much pressure on the defense. They force guys to help. Both can finish at the rim, or they can get to the free throw line like Austin here, being able to draw the contact and get to the line.
52% of the season for Andre Austin from the stripe coming in the 3 short games that the Demons have played. He's been better than that here, however, tonight, 75% from the stripe for Andre. Here's Eric Wincheski with 13-13 to play in the second half. Down to the baseline, Shell puts it off the window, through the cup and in, and one play coming for Peyton Shell.
Yeah, a little bit of emotion coming out after that and one. I think Mr. Schoenwald, the referee's kind of letting him know to keep that under control. But yeah, I mean, solid left-hand drive, using his body to shield off the defender. Obviously has the size on the defender, but really nice finish by Shell. And then he converts the and one.
Peyton Shell delivers. He's got 14 in the ball game. Andre Austin was mauled on the way towards the rack.
He wasn't taking no for an answer. There was no way anybody was stopping him from getting to the line or getting to the rim. That was an impressive set of handles right there.
Eric Wincheski charged with a foul. That's number 2 in the ball game on Wincheski. Bedell checks out. Gunville checking in. Meanwhile, Austin continues to shine at the Serve Pro free throw strip. 1 for 2 on that trip to the line.
Yep.
Wincheski dishes it off here to Cale Workman. Now Schaefer. Gunville could fire from downtown. Goes inside, however, to Shell. He's fouled on the play.
Yeah, it looked like Meshke had ball there for the most part of that shot attempt, but then just couldn't stay on that ball and got some wrist on Shell and getting him back to the free throw line.
Peyton Shell from the Serve Pro stripe. Misses on that attempt. He's now 1 for 2 in the ball game. Drains it. 53-42. Bismarck High still hanging around here in this ball game. Waiting for the motor to turn on and them to go on one of those patented Bismarck High runs. That's the thing that we talk about with the line changes once that energy starts to elevate, you got to be careful because Bismarck High really does turn into a rattlesnake in that way.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get from each line. The only thing you do know is they're going to be coming out with that effort and that energy. That never changes. They've been sitting here that's right around 10 points now for the first 8 minutes of this half. We'll see if any team can kind of either pull away or if Bismarck can get back a little bit closer.
Yeah, it's like a little cough, and then you say Charlie Brown, and the next thing you know, they're leading by 10.
Right.
Minot High hoping that they don't have one of those situations where they go cough, cough, lead by 20. Well, that will bite into it to Shell. Hits for another three-point play.
Oh, this little handle.
Fisher Johnson. Right over the top of the back of Johnson with Artie Carlo.
Yeah, either Bismarck needs a timeout here or they need to, it looks like they're going to do their patented line change. They got to change something up here. They're risking this game getting a little bit out of reach.
Cale Workman at the Serve Pro free throw line. Drops it in. Workman's got his first points of the ball game. Second attempt coming. Serve Pro serve. In Western North Dakota, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians and advanced technology at Serve Pro. Biggest lead of the ball game for Minot High School, 58-42 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, Bismarck needs a bucket here. It's a big couple minutes for Bismarck. See if we can stay in this ball game.
Andre Austin with it. Austin over to the elbow, comes back away down to Gunville. Stripped back away there by Kenyatta White, but there's a foul on the play. Oh, the Bismarck fans aren't impressed.
I mean, you can't really argue that call. He kind of dribbled into two.
Foul was charged on number 12. White, that's his third personal in the ball game. Magi have possession here with Eric Wincheski. Wincheski off to the right side, kicked it down, corner pocket. Mason Jensen off the mark. Look at Wincheski tower up after that basketball, but it's the Demons that come down to the other end of the floor, and up with it was White, and White ends up on the ground.
I love this rivalry, man. Johnson follows him hard, kind of delays, goes and offer to help him up, and White says, no, I'll get helped up by my own team. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
No thank you.
Yep, no thank you. We'll shake hands after the game.
And probably the sternest glare of no thank you that you could possibly get. Bismarck and Minot don't like each other in anything. I am telling you that right now, covering high school athletics for as long as I have and growing up and it being a part of it. This rivalry is beautiful. There's no question about that.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be as beautiful if they, we're all lovey-dovey out on the court. You're not supposed to like each other when between the lines and when the whistle sounds. It makes it that much more special.
Well, we talked about it before the game here tonight. I opened the show with it, talking about how collectively between the two programs, they have 150 tournament appearances, that's state tournament appearances.
Is that every state tournament that's ever been played? There can't be too many more than 150.
Yeah, that's a good question, Tony, on that call. Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, think about where we're at in life right now in 2025.
I suppose they've been in it, the same year multiple times. So, yeah, if one of these teams isn't represented at the state tournament, it's an odd year, that's for sure.
Yeah, but 79 for the Demons, or 79 for the Magi, 71 for the Demons. I mean, even 71 years from where we started over time, there's been years where the teams haven't made it. I mean, we're talking about a heavy timeline. And on top of that, the Demons and Magi together have 31 state titles.
Who's won more of them?
19 is what Minot High has. 12 on the other side for Bismarck High. Minot High's got the power in that program, or in that stat fight, if you will.
Yeah, Minot's really jumped that number up over the last decade or so. Put a little distance in between them. It's almost like talking about Lakers and Celtics, 17, 18 NBA championships. It's talk about some history.
16 down for Wincheski from the Serve Pro free throw line. You want to make a bet with me? I know that we can't promote betting. That's not like we have the sports book going here, but I bet you at least one thing that one of these teams will be in the state title this year.
Yeah, I'm not taking that action. I'm a bad gambler, but I'm not that bad.
I would double down and say they're going to play each other. Comes back away down to Winchesky. Make it Bedell who's got it. Run and gun for the Magi as they're going to wait to slow up shop and bring everybody up the floor with them as Winchesky drives in. Oh, Winchesky goes down hard on the play. It's going to be a foul charged on the Demons. Who's going to get rung up with it? Number 22, Kalik Costa. That's number 3 on Kalik. Kalik's in foul trouble. So is Kenyatta White. KP Eaglestaff also in foul trouble in the ball game for Bismarck High School.
Yeah, I mean, same thing down here from Minot High. What Winchesky's doing, what Austin is doing on the other end, just putting pressure on the defense, making you defend without fouling. And
Eric Winchesky from the stripe drops it in. He's only missed 1 of the 6 from the ServPro free throw line here tonight. That 46% free throw number certainly will rise after this ball game. Top free throw shooter for Minot High is Fisher Johnson at 83. Shell at 82, not far behind. That's about where Shell was last year, by the way.
Yeah, I think Winchesky's free throw numbers are going to, only a couple games in. All it takes is missing a couple to have that percentage not look so hot. But again, if I was a betting man, I'd bet for that to be up in the 70s or 80s by the end of the year.
Andre Austin charged with the travel. Jordan Wilhelm says, hey, I would like to talk things over during a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. 61-43, Minot High's got the lead.
Trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit off, 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Good crowd on hand tonight here at Magic City Campus's Gymnasium. Not a sold-out show, but you'd expect that probably with the weather a little bit the way it is outside.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's as many people here as there was. Like I said, I was pushing people out of the snow before. Excuse me. And then obviously you got the PSP broadcast. If you didn't want to get out in this weather, that's what we're here for.
Winchesky with it. Trying to go down to Bedell on a play it went. 9:37 left here in the second. What do you think the big message was from Jordan Wilhelm in that last conversation in the timeout?
Obviously they're struggling offensively, but you can't allow too many more baskets here. You got to get a stop, and you got to get a stop now.
Winchesky fade away. Oh my goodness, Winchesky.
A tough shot right there. That's a senior leader type of a shot right there.
That might be in the conversation for the move of the game right there, Tony. Corner pocket, 3. Schumacher's got an answer.
Need a little bit more of that if you're Bismarck. That's a heady play right there by Winchesky. Knew the defender was on his back. They're already in the bonus. Why don't I just hit the brakes a little bit and get myself back to the free throw line? Really smart play. The coach's son type of a play right there.
Well, Winchesky with a couple of them back-to-back. Now he finds himself at the ServPro free throw line. ServPro again, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians and advanced technology at ServPro. And Winchesky continues to tear from the ServPro stripe. He's got another one here. Magic City Home Leisure brings you the move of the game tonight. Magic City Home Leisure. 5 out of 5 star rating on Google. They've got over 200 reviews. It tells you they're doing something right, hey? Magic City Home Leisure brings you tonight's move of the game. That happens at the Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame. Ross Fisher from downtown. First points of tonight's contest.
Yeah, a couple threes in a row here for Bismarck. Much needed. Now they just got to keep Minot off the free throw line and get a couple stops.
Wincheski with under 9 to play in regulation. Minot trying to add to a 65-49 lead. Here's Shell down and deep. He's fouled on the play. Andre Austin had the coverage on top of him along with Ross Fisher. And it's Fisher that's going to be charged with the foul. That's number 1 on the 5'11 senior guard.
And now they're in the double bonus. Going to have 2 free throws for the rest of the way. That's a long 8 minutes to be in the double bonus.
Shell at the serve pro stripe, missed on the first. Second one up and in. And Peyton Shell, who had 8 in the first half, has 10, 11, 17. He's got 19 in the ball game tonight, Tony. It's not a bad effort for Peyton Shell, who's averaging 21. He's going to be charged with a foul here, however.
Yeah, that's tough if you're Shell. You thought you did everything right, but Austin's so crafty, uses his body to create that little bit of contact, and you can't contact the shooter in the act of shooting. And now you just got to make your free throws.
Talking about Jordan Wilhelm, year number 10 as the Bismarck High head coach. Tail end of last year, he had a record of 161 wins and 71 defeats. He's got a little built-in rivalry with Dean Wincheski. Dean Wincheski was the head coach at Dickinson High School back in 2007. Wilhelm's graduating year for high school. There's Shell downtown, swish. Bismarck High lost to Dickinson in the state championship game, and Wilhelm was on that team. Now they coach against each other here. That's kind of a Hollywood storyline in some ways. In some regards, it becomes more of a storyline come tournament time. Peyton Shell's got 2 more. There's a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the courts. FIBT.com, First International Bank and Trust. 71-49, Minot High's got the lead.
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 second, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns,
Andre Austin moved this ball off to Carlo off the rim. Scrum for the basketball over on the far side. There's going to be a foul on the play. Schoenwald's got the call. It's on number 4, Grant Bieber.
Yeah, more free throws for Minot High. You like the effort by Bismarck trying to chase that loose ball down, but just got tangled up with Wincheski, who had the position. And not something you want to see is Minot High going back to the free throw line.
Schoenwald, the official, does he have his own pizza at Planet Pizza, by the way?
Oh, he thinks he does, but yeah, he used to work there. He was one of our probably managers when we were little tykes. We were 14, 15, and yeah, the Shoney special, we like to call it.
What's on that?
It's pepperoni sausage and a blend of secret spices that I can't reveal on live broadcast.
I think I'll have to try one tonight, possibly. 7:18 to play in the ball game. Speaking of hungry, the Demons are hungry for some points here, trailing 73-49. Minot High stingy defense causing some trouble here. It's a Magi team that's outscored their opponents on the season 78-49 on average on the first 3 that they played here in their campaign, and those are pretty good numbers for Dean Winchesky's group of Minot High School.
Yeah, they just got so many weapons, so many ways to beat you. Nice 3-point make by Boyd there. Cuts into this lead a little bit. More free throws for Minot. I mean, Bismarck's got to be as aggressive as they are being to try to get back in this game, but, you know, the dangers of that are fouling and putting Minot back to the free throw line. It's kind of been the Peyton Shell show here in this last few minutes of the second half. It was Schaefer to start, Winchesky, Fisher in the middle, and Peyton has really kind of taken this game into Minot High's hands over the last 5 to 8 minutes. I don't know what he's got, but it's not few.
Well, if he can get this one, he'll have 18 in the ball game. He does. 18 right now for Shell, leading all scorers in tonight's contest. Leads back up to 23 for Minot High School. Taken away, Shell's got it again. Shell's gonna go down coast to coast, lays it up. Peyton Shell breaking the 20 mark tonight.
Yeah, doing it on every aspect here. Defensively, from 3, from the free throw line. Really nice all-around game so far for Shell.
Into the paint, turnaround jump shot. Eagle Staff's fouled on the play. Well, KP, Eagle Staff's big brother, Trayson. When you look at Shell's performance tonight and how good he's been and the 20 that he's had in the ball game, really puts into perspective how big Trayson Eaglestaff's performance was against number 6 Alabama the other night playing for the North Dakota Fighting Hawks, doesn't it?
40 is crazy. 40 is crazy, you know, in a conference game, but 40 against a top 10 team and in Division I at the highest level. I mean, I know that there's some NBA teams looking at this kid thinking who and where and what have we been missing. He's got everything you need. He's got the height. He's got the shot, obviously, that we saw the other night. It was pretty special. I know Coach Wilhelm's got to be super proud to have coached that kid and have him come through his program. I mean, that's got to do wonders for the Demons as a whole.
Well, the Carl Gard Gymnasium has produced quite a few of them. Eagle Staff may be one of the greats, if not the greatest all time, Mr. Basketball. 2022. Derek Dissett from Minot High was Mr. Basketball 2023, off playing for the North Dakota State Bison. Here's a 3 on its way from Fisher Johnson. Shell's got the rebound. Shell, turnaround jump shot. He's fouled on the play. Shell's got to be looking at a triple-double tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be. He's all over the place, everywhere. As a coach, Winchesky's got to be thinking, you know, I'm happy to have a player like Shell. You know, he doesn't need the ball in his hands. He's getting rebounds. He's getting steals. He's knocking down open shots. That's a player any coach would love to have on their team. You know, I got to say thanks and happy birthday to our friend and colleague Bryce Gutnick. It's his 40th birthday today, and he's the reason, you know, that I'm sitting next to you today, that I got the call. So I just wanted to throw a shout out there. I'm sure he's not listening. He's enjoying his birthday, but figured I'd give him some love.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bryce Gutnick. Absolutely. Fun having you guys a part of the PSP network and this mission of promoting local athletes. Job well done tonight, partner, by the way, stepping in for 1 vs. 5 of the state. It's been a fun one to be a part of.
Oh, no place I'd rather be.
Fisher Johnson with the basketball. Little jump shot, too strong. Pulled down by Artie Carlo. Carlo on the move. Blocked on the play by Johnson and Bedell, but not legally. There's a foul on the play. Foul's going to be charged on number 4, Fisher Johnson, his first.
Nothing is easy. You know, they're up 24 points. You know, a lot of teams would be like, okay, you know, let them have a layup or maybe not try as hard on the weak side, help. But, you know, Bedell comes over and makes that a really difficult shot attempt. You know, and it results in a missed free throw to start. I mean, Minot High, just nothing easy when you come up to Minot and play the Magicians.
Artie Carlo 1 for 2 on that trip to the Serve Pro free throw line. Fisher Johnson's first foul of the second half, I should say. That's foul number 4 on the personal side for Fisher Johnson. Here's Winchesky. Delivered off here to Workman. Ball's going to be tossed away. Who touched it? Oh, there's going to be a foul actually here on Jagger Meshke. And that's number 5 on Meshke. He's going to be done for the night, to the applause of the Bismarck High faithful that made the trip up a Highway 83 here this evening.
Yeah, I wasn't aware he was in foul trouble. But, like we talked about, the way Bismarck plays and how tough they defend, I'm sure it's a kind of a regular occurrence to get at least 1 or 2 guys in foul trouble.
McNichols will check in. Checking out of the ball game goes Schumacher. Meanwhile, at the stripe, it's Cale Workman on the Serve Pro line that's gone 3 for 3 in the ball game and now 4 for 4. All 4 of his points here tonight, the 5'11" senior guard, have come from the Serve Pro line. Carlo threw it into Landon Bedell. That didn't feel very good for Bedell, by the way.
He'll take it. It's a steal in the stat sheet. You can take it any way you get it.
Gunville will toss it in off to Winchesky. 4:20 to play here in the ball game. Minot's up big, 80-55 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Speaking of Gunville, his older brother Jackson, an old Minot High standout, just crossed the 1,000-point mark for the Beavers the other night. Quite the family of basketball players.
Yeah, they can shoot it, can't they? How about the Beavers too, by the way, this year?
Absolutely.
Top 15 team. Artie Carlo to the rack, puts it up and in. He's fouled on the play.
I love Bismarck's attitude here. They're not worried about the score. They're just trying to play. Their intensity hasn't dropped at all. They're still getting to the cup, and they're going to play until the final whistle.
17 on the night for Artie Carlo, leading the Demons. 18-point performance. Well, you get 18 against the number 1 team of the state. You know you're doing something right. Carlo's been fun to watch here in this WDA affair. He's had some big timely points. However, this game seeming to be just a bit out of reach now.
Yeah, the way he plays and what I've seen so far against Mandan, I don't think this is going to give him any extra confidence. He had it all at the start of the season.
Fouls charged on number 14, Grady Swanson. Sending Landon Bedell back to the Serve Pro free throw line. 0 for 4 in the ball game from the Serve Pro stripe for big Landon Bedell, who shoots 50% from the line collectively on the year. When you're missing from the stripe the way Bedell has done here tonight, is there any key to try to get back to good when you know you can make those shots?
Yeah, just get your legs into it a little bit. I mean, it doesn't take much for a guy like him to get it up there, but kind of just go back to basics, kind of zone it out just like that. Trust your fundamentals, and they'll go down.
Yeah, kind of like putting on the golf course from time to time.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Andre Austin. That one wouldn't have fallen for Austin. I think he probably would have started to wonder what was up with the cups here at Minot High School.
Yeah, he got used all of the rim and backboard on that one.
Schaefer off to Winchesky. 3 on the dot right about now to play here in the ballgame. Minot's up 81-60 as Winchesky fires for 3. Rebound pulled out of there by Boyd, and Boyd will run it forward, moves it off now into the hands of McNichols. Side of the rack, and McNichols has his first field goal of tonight's ballgame. Join us for our planning team financial advisors and Shots Crossroads postgame show coming up. After the ball game tonight, planning team financial. Whether you're looking for a full service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. And Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99. And as always, I highly recommend the banana cream pie at Shots Crossroads.
Fisher Johnson, the 99? Oh, yeah.
The banana cream pie.
No, I don't think I have. Maybe instead of, the Shoney special tonight, we can head there instead.
I'm in for either. This is Schaefer from deep. You were saying something about Fisher Johnson.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Just super impressed. I mean, doesn't get a lot of shine. You got Schaefer, you got Winchesky, but Fisher Johnson, talk about just a steady hand, kind of running the 1-2 position alongside Eric. Just no weaknesses I could see in his game. He's got the handle, made a couple big threes to start this game. Just a really solid player, just in the line of them for Minot.
Grady Swanson rung up with number 2 in the ball game. Sends Eric Winchesky to the Serve Pro free throw line. Bouncing, rolling, dropping in for Winchesky. 13 in the first half for Winchesky. He's had a busy second half from the stripe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's gone 7 for 8 from the Serve Pro line. He's got 24 total in tonight's contest.
Yeah, easy to get that point total up north of 20 when you can, have 8, 9, 10 attempts at the free throw line. But that just goes to show what kind of player he is. He's not settling for jump shots all the time. He's putting pressure on the defense and making them defend and making them foul in the case of tonight. A couple subs in here for Minot High.
Demons work the ball around at KP Eaglestaff. Turnaround jump shot. Eaglestaff made that look good. Eaglestaff picking up his first field goal in tonight's ball game with under 90 seconds to play in regulation. Tweet at us at Network PSP. You still have time to let us know who you think tonight's MVP is. Again, at Network PSP. 1:03 to play in tonight's contest. Gail Workman pulls up, jump shot, rolls around. Strong on the rebound and away with it. Come the Demons. Out of there is Ross Fisher that moved it off ahead. Sorry, that's 33 rather for Bismarck High. Brendan Greff underneath the rack. Eaglestaff's got back-to-back field goals. Worked around the horn by Minot High School. Mason Jensen back up top. It comes down to Cale Workman. On the near wing for Archer. This is a long straightaway 3 that's off the mark for Workman. Ball's on the ground. Who's going to come away with it? Jump basketball. Bismarck's got the arrow. Final 10 to play in regulation.
Do you know the date when Minot goes to Bismarck? Coming up here in the second half of the season. I'm sure Demons will be circling that one on the calendar.
They certainly will be. 83-66 the final. Let me write that down before they get it off the board. Minot will go to Bismarck on the 31st of January.
Not to keep bringing up betting, but I would bet that game might be a little bit closer.
I believe you're probably going to be right. 83-66 in this one. Big time number for Minot High School here tonight. We'll tell you how they did it on our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show. That happens next here on the PSP Network.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is...
Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
(83-66) final score tonight in the WDA showdown between Minot High and Bismarck High. And it's the Magicians that walk away with an unblemished record inside of their 24-25 campaign. They improved to 4-0 overall. They improved to 2-0 inside of the WDA. The Demons dropped to 0-1 inside the... they dropped to 0-2 inside the conference and 2-2 overall on the year. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial at Schatz Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial planner, planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. At Schatz Crossroads, home of the famous number 99. I like it for the banana cream pie. I'm telling you, it's fantastic stuff at Schatz Crossroads alongside of Mr. Tony Mueller. I'm Nick Holberg on the call here tonight. And Tony, we were treated to a number 1 versus number 5 showdown in the state of North Dakota. Number 1 Minot High really kind of flexed some muscles in some ways and proved why they're the number 1 team in the state of North Dakota. But what was it about their game tonight that had them ahead at the end the way that they were and kind of walking out of here with a little bit more swagger than they had coming in?
Yeah, I mean, you knew Bismarck was going to come in ready to play after that tough loss to Mandan, but Minot just showed their depth. You know, they got so many guys that can hit shots, that can handle the ball, that can deal with Bismarck's pressure. I mean, Minot showed everybody, and maybe even themselves a little bit, why they're number 1. That's a heavy deal this early in the season, being ranked number 1, having that pressure. But it didn't seem to bother them tonight, and they just, they didn't try to do too much. They took what Bismarck gave them, and they hit shots, and they created more possessions on defense, and yeah, they just kind of pulled away in that second half. Never really let Bismarck within arm's reach. Kept it that 10-point lead, and just it grew in the second half. And yeah, Minot showed again why they're number 1, and for good reason.
Yeah, 17-point win tonight. It was a 10-point lead at the half. Minot led 44-34 at the break, and we got through the halftime, and Minot High found a way to add 7 extra on top of that halftime score. Here's your game reset and scoring rewind of tonight's ball game. A lot of scores in the books tonight. First for the Bismarck Demons. They were led in scoring with 17 from Artie Carlo. They had 12 added from Andre Austin. 5 in the ball game for Carson Schumacher. 6 in the contest for Grant Bieber. 2 in the ball game for McNichols. 6 for KP Eaglestaff. 3 for Kenyatta White. 3 in the ball game for Ross Fisher, and 6 total tonight for Boyd. For Minot High School, they were led in scoring. 26-point performance according to my count from Peyton Shell. Not far behind was Eric Winchesky with 25. 10 for Fisher Johnson. 4 for Cale Workman. 1 for Landon Bedell, and 14 tonight for Grayson Schaefer. The Magicians ended up with 6 total scores in the books. 6 total scores in the books here tonight for Minot High School. They ended up shooting 9 3-pointers. They scored 83 points compared to the 66 they gave up. There's your game reset, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory online at DriveRyan.com. Our MVP of the game joins us now. Here. It's Peyton Shell, the Minot High forward that had another big night here tonight. First things first, you're a lot younger than Tony and I, but this Bismarck High, Minot High rivalry, what does it mean to you to play the Demons? In your mind, is it the #1 rival of Minot High School?
I think so. Just the competitiveness from each team makes it fun to play every week, or every year, twice a year, maybe even 3, sometimes 4.
How good do you think Bismarck High is, and how good is Minot High showing what you guys were able to do here tonight?
They're a really talented team. They get up and down, makes it tough on teams. If you could just slow your mind down, which we were able to do tonight, we come out with the win.
Yeah, you guys were gritty to say the least. 26 according to my count for you. Winchesky with 25. Schaefer with 14. How big is it when you got a guy like Grayson Schaefer at the start of the ball game getting things going and really kind of carrying that load in the first half? A lot of distribution for you guys.
Yeah, it's huge. Having a guy like him knock down shots, spaces the floor out, makes the driving lane open, opens up Landon too for driving dumps, and it just opens up our offense so much.
Is there an Achilles heel right now or a focus area for Minot High basketball in your mind that needs to be corrected come tournament time or working towards tournament time?
There's always boxing out and rebounding, both sides.
Yeah, without question. We asked Kinley Barch the same thing. What's on your Christmas list this year?
Oh, probably some clothes. Need some new ones growing out of some of my other ones.
Yeah, clothes and shoes seems to be the popular answer. Nice job here tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's our player of the game here tonight, Peyton Shell. Another excellent performance from him as Peyton Shell ends up in the ball game tonight with 26. He is our MVP. The MVP brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Shoes and clothes for these youngsters these days. What's on your Christmas list? Is that same thing?
Shoes and clothes. No, when you get to our age, we need socks and underwear. Socks and underwear are the new shoes and clothes once you're past 30 years old, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess that seems to be the case. Post-game show brought to you by Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads. Christmas came early for me today, too, because I got a haircut. That's kind of also in the ballpark from time to time. MVP haircut experience can be found at Sport Clips. Stop in Minot and Bismarck. It's quick. It's convenient. They do a fantastic job at Sport Clips of Minot and Bismarck. And, oh, by the way, the pros of men's hair with the MVP haircut experience is Sport Clips. Thanks to Sport Clips bringing you tonight's MVP. Congratulations, Peyton Shell. That one could have went a couple different ways here tonight. There was some good distribution and some good play on both sides. I thought Artie Carlo really had a good ball game tonight for Bismarck High as well, and an honorable mention in the losing effort.
Yeah, Bismarck, they got nothing to hang their heads on. They're going to take this loss, head home, and like we talked about earlier, they're going to put their right foot forward the next time, or when Minot High comes down to Bismarck, and they'll see him again, and it's a long season, and that's why you play everybody twice. But yeah, for Minot High, the MVP could have went a few different ways. They did it in bunches. Certain guys in the first half, other guys in the second half, people doing their jobs and making it easy on their teammates.
Time for our move of the game tonight, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. They've got saunas. They've got spas. I think one of those saunas would be prime time, I think.
Yeah, we got one. It's worth the money. It's a good investment for your health. Like we talked about, we're getting older. got to take care of ourselves. Spas, saunas. I don't know if we probably should limit the Planet Pizza as well.
Yeah, well, without a doubt. But when you've got the sauna, the spa, the pool table to stay active as well, it certainly helps. 5 out of 5 star rating at Magic City Home Leisure. Find them online as well. The move of the game tonight, there was a handful of these, a couple big slam dunks in the ball game. And when you've got slam dunks in games, Tony, it's hard not to say that that's the move of the game at the high school level. However, this play from Eric Winchesky, if it's the one that is queued up the way I think it is, to me, it really was the move of the game here tonight, just with the sheer athleticism and finish on this play.
Yeah, shot clock winding down at 0 when it's in the air, fading away. That's an NBA, that's a Trace and Eaglestaff type looking shot. And yeah, that kind of I think I agree with the move of the game there. It's that's a difficult, high degree of difficulty shot, and kind of was an example of how the game went. It just everything kind of went Minot's way, especially in that second half.
You think I'm crazy saying Bismarck High is the team that I've got pegged to win the state title when Minot High plays and looks as good as they do?
Yeah, I do. I like that you're sticking with your pick. I didn't make a preseason pick, but there's no way I'd be going against Minot High to win tonight by the margin that they did. Seeing their depth, all the talent that they have. It might sound like a homer pick. I am a Minot guy, but I'd be shocked if Minot at least wasn't in that championship game. But there's a lot of season to be played, a lot of things that can happen. We might be getting ahead of ourselves talking about that late into the year.
Yeah, Mandan.
Yeah, exactly.
Century.
We looked at the top 5 in the state. There's a lot of teams in the West on that top 5 right now. So just getting out of the WDA is not going to be any easy task.
Yeah, I would have to think that there's some teams out east as well that would probably say, well, hey, what about us?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just not get too carried away. And why are you guys picking state title champions right now in December? Well, because I think there's a lot to be said about that and how good these teams are right now and how good they're going to be come tournament time. Nevertheless, it's going to be a fantastic run to a title here this year. We bring it to you live on the PSP Network each and every night. We bring you more content live tomorrow. Boys hockey is in action. Minot High hosts Jamestown. Two of the teams that don't have losses on their records inside the WDA. That game tomorrow at 3 p.m. We'll have the pregame show coming your way at 2:30. Live from the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. And then tomorrow afternoon as well, Garrison at Valvoline, boys and girls high school hoops. That should be a fun one. Jonas Nelson, Owen Patterson on the call of that tomorrow afternoon from Valva High School. Tony, your closing thoughts on the ball game tonight and the doubleheader that sees Minot High get the sweep in boys and girls hoops.
Just happy to be here. Thanks for having me, Nick. Like I said, I would have been tuning in. I would have been watching one way or another, whether it was at work or whether it was at home. PSP, these kids don't know how lucky they are. These students, these schools, this is the coolest thing around, and I'm just happy to be a real small part of it. Saw a couple good basketball games today, and I'm excited to see how the season plays out.
Well, we appreciate your job well done tonight, partner.
Thank you, sir.
For Kid on the camera here tonight, Logan Dean on the other camera down on the floor. We thank those guys. We thank all of our sponsors. Frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here. Make sure to patronize those places that you see and hear on the PSP Network. Again, without them, frankly, we just wouldn't be here. It's always a big thank you to our military men and women, wherever they're watching from around the globe tonight. God bless you all. God bless our veterans and active service men and women. God bless America. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Tony Mueller, I'm Nick Colberg signing off from here at the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. It's a clean sweep for the boys and girls in high school hoops tonight from the Magic City. The number 1 ranked teams in the state showed why they've got the number 1 ranking. The boys most recently get it done over Bismarck High, 83-66. Hope you have a great weekend. Whatever you do, have a great night, and God bless.
proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.